more than an awkward moment. I think organizationally, something like that is avoidable.
Yeah, because the word was, and I don't know what full-on conversations were had, but I do know that Landon Roop, Ryan Walker, and others, they had a conversation. Now, I don't know how it was worded was as if the team had a conversation. I don't know if Tony Vitello is part of that conversation or not. I don't know if it was official or unofficial, but once you know that certain people don't want to do something, just from the aspect of the path of least resistance, you should all just do something uniform to avoid what happened. It
undermines the team supporting Gay Pride Night if you have members of the team that openly are not.
Right. Yeah. And it goes back to leadership. Again, I don't know how much Tony Vitello knew. I don't know, how much Buster Posey knew, but I'm sure look, I played baseball for a long time, all right? And when you play sports, you play with a lot of different people with a lot of different beliefs, and you have one common goal. That's what it is. So with that being said, I'm sure this is not unique to the Giants.
Right.
So
that's
yes. I think that's the larger conversation. There are I would say there are probably a couple people that agree with Landon Roop on every single baseball team in Major League Baseball. So why are the Giants in this situation? Why are we hearing about this with the Giants and not other teams?
Yeah, I think that's a fair
the
question.
bigger issue.
Yeah. When we come back, about all that Domas to Charlotte stuff, next, Sactown Sports.
Once again, the bright lights of New York are calling. And Alan Stiles is ready to answer.
I'm talking to my guy Michael Scotto, and I want to chop cheese. And, if I get my coffee, then I go down to Bodega. I say I need a bagel with lox. Let me get some lox.
So, how about those Knicks?
Hey, you see Brunson last night? Forget about it. Hey, OG Anunoby, where'd he come from? I don't know, B.
I'm in a New York state of mind.
Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At Power Business Technology, we're not another big box corporation. We're your neighbors, locally owned and operated. We know what businesses like yours need, from reliable printers to high-performance copiers. We'll help you find the right solution with personal service you just can't get online. Need setup or support? We're just down the road and always happy to help. Power Business Technology, family hometown service with big-time solutions. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Struggling to find your perfect Ram truck? Look no further. Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler Jeep, Ram, and Woodland has the best selection of hard-to-find Ram heavy duties. And right now you can save up to $14,000 off MSRP on new 2026 Ram 2500 and 3500s. Your new Ram is waiting at hobletdodge.com.
$14,000 total net savings on select new 2026 Ram 2500 Laramie after $10,500 dealer discount. Incentives include $500 on the job upfit for eligible upfit, $1,000 Hoblet business owner bonus with proof of business ownership, $1,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance with eligible trade-in. 10 of the net savings, see dealer for details.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave.
What's up? It's Matt George.
What's good? It's Alan Stiles.
With the most trusted voices in the community.
This is Jason Ross.
Hey, it's Kayla Anderson.
It's Whitey Gleason.
Ready to help promote your business, both as partners and customers. All you have to do is ask. Pick up the phone, dial pound 250 and say, grow my business to get connected with a team member today. That's pound 250 and say, grow my business. Our team will review your product, quickly pair you with a perfect endorser, and create video and audio samples details all at no cost or obligation to you. With the most live and local on-air lineup, a dynamic content-driven website, and a state-of-the-art mobile app, Sactown Sports 1140 is tailor-made to help you connect with a sports audience in Sacramento. So why wait? Dial pound 250 today. Say, grow my business, and let us help take you to the next level.
Make this summer all about you. Join Stretch Zone for your summer self-care challenge, helping you prioritize you. Free fitness clubs, recovery sessions, relaxation events, plus at-home challenges you can do anywhere, anytime. Whether you're dealing with everyday aches, stiffnesses from the office, or just want to move and feel better, this challenge was made for you. And the best part, you could win 60 days of free stretches. Sign up today at norcal-stretch.com. Do it for you. Do it today at norcal-stretch.com.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy, pretty much hands off. They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
KHD 1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sactown Sports 1140.
The Sabonis Charlotte thing, it's definitely true that there were talks, and it's definitely true that Charlotte was like, no, thank you. If you want picks, you're not getting picks.
Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sactown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sactown Sports app.
That was Zach Lowe explaining what really happened, which wasn't much, between the Kings and Charlotte. There were talks. The Kings said, we want draft picks. Charlotte said, nope, thanks for everything. And that was that. There was a lot of angst about it, a lot of pulling out of hair, a lot of different people coming up with different versions of this trade. Basically, it was the Kings trying to move Domas for draft picks, and Charlotte was a team that wasn't interested. To this point, it appears Toronto's a team that's not interested. To me, that says the Kings are probably not going to be able to trade Domas right now for anything that they really want.
The way it gets talked about right now, because Zach LaVine is expiring, that's the worst contract on the Kings, right? Domas, it's the worst contract.
I guess so.
Kind of crazy to say that, but
it depends how you slice it. But I understand that. There's some value there. He can still play, but I understand your point.
I mean, the way
from the Kings standpoint,
and the way that he said it, right? If you want picks, you're not getting picks. So what? We can't get a second rounder? We can't get a couple seconds? That's what he said. Now, I don't know if he's assuming that or if it's inferred that we're talking about first round picks.
That's how I took it.
First round.
But that's a good point.
It better be.
Right.
It better be first round picks because this is getting ridiculous now. But
Every
by
time
far,
we talk about Charlotte and second round picks, I'm reminded of the Fox trade where they get 3 number ones, but one of them was Charlotte's that we knew when they made it was not going to convey, and it was going to be 2 seconds. I always flash back on that.
Right. And the idea that Charlotte is scoffing at giving the Kings 14 or 18, whatever it is. Yeah, Domas he's nice and comfortable in Napa. He ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. If you can't get any picks back for him, then what are we talking about?
Maybe at the deadline.
Honestly, when we talked to Michael Scotto, I had said to Jean Salon or Liam McNeely, and he said he didn't think that would be enough for the Kings. I don't even know if the Hornets would, maybe to Jean, but I don't even know if the Hornets, the way they're talking about Domantas Sabonis is getting a little ridiculous. And look, Domas, I know people can be hot and cold with Domas, but it's a little ridiculous now. It's a little disrespectful, if you ask me. And the only way he's going to be able to fix the disrespect is if he comes back and plays really well next season. That's pretty much it.
By the way, it looks like our gremlins have left the building. Our technical issues are behind us. So thanks. Apparently there are some people that stuck it out through the whole thing.
Yeah,
I
appreciate you.
Man, you missed. Woo!
Don't worry.
Man,
so,
you missed
well,
good stuff.
I guess I gotta get on De'Aaron again for the YouTube because y'all deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all deserve it. Don't worry. We'll be talking about the disappearing act. De'Aaron Fox the magician.
Yeah.
He ain't a fox. He's a magician.
I'll try to be as good as I've been to this point, but, I told you there was that gnat flying around.
Yeah.
And now I have a little in my throat. I think I may have inhaled it.
Yeah, I don't know. You had beef with that gnat. I didn't know what was going on.
You just he wanted to be on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then I don't see him, and now I feel like,
Okay.
I think
You'll be okay. You'll be okay.
All right. Waking on it. Domantas Sabonis has very little value around the rest of the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
How are the Kings going to be able to do anything? They have, a mid-level? Except I have to look it up. Some people know. No, you idiot. I think they have the non-taxpayer mid-level. I have to look it up. So there's a little bit they could do there, but other than that, they just don't even have cap space. They may have to just be satisfied with bringing in the players they draft.
Yeah, you bring those guys in. Hopefully you're able to offload DeRozan in whatever capacity, that stretch and wave and things like that. And you hope that who you draft, Whitey, it's a hit. That's really all you can do. I don't know. This almost turns into a conversation where you can't have what was it? The DeRozan convo that you come to them and say, hey, about your playing time, we want to do X, Y, and Z. I really don't think you can do that with Domantas Sabonis because there are people, Whitey, they're calling that injury, and I don't know if it's correct or not, but when you bring up the meniscus, I think in Sacramento, we all looked at Domantas Sabonis' injury as minor. A lot of people are saying, look, he's 30 now. He's expensive, bloated contract, coming off a knee injury. I saw someone called it major. I don't think it was considered major.
Who was that?
It's just the basketball world because nobody.
Was that a veterinarian?
Everybody just thinks it's a bad contract. So the reason you can't go to him and say, hey, we want to play you less or whatever the case is because you need him to fix his value so you can move him.
I was going to use Matt and Kayla's trophy as an example of the femur, but I thought I better not do that. The thing about the meniscus is the lining over the bone that kind of cushions it. And so you could have a meniscus tear and I could have a meniscus tear, and they're not necessarily the same injury. And I don't know the extent of Domas's. The fact that they initially said, we could rehab it, that tells me it probably wasn't that bad. It just depends on the extent of the tear.
Mm-hmm.
Like Chris Webber had, when he hurt his knee, he had a meniscus tear, but he had a lot of other stuff too. He had a big meniscus tear.
Right.
That was a major thing. I don't know that this is that major.
Well, we don't necessarily.
All meniscus tears are not the same, is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Some are really pretty, fix it up.
I guess you could argue we just don't know. We don't know.
There's no reason to. I haven't heard anything suggesting, other than the veterinarian that you're talking about, that it's anything approaching serious.
Well, I'll say this. Fine, then his value is just that bad because people just don't think he's worth the contract.
Well, I mean, I get it that it's like you don't want to give up for a lot for a guy that when he still was hurt last year. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying it ain't helping.
I agree with you.
And
I'm not saying you said anything wrong.
No. I'll take it further than that. I think it could be based on how, Zach Lowe, the way he said it, they're scoffing at the idea. That's how he said it. So to me, it could be hurting maybe a little bit more than we thought.
See, that again to me suggests, and perhaps I'm misreading, that a lot of the info we're hearing about the Kings is coming from the Kings. And I don't know, you're trying to spin the narrative, and it gets to a point where everyone knows where that came from, right?
So you're saying you're saying they're getting blowback because the Hornet thing getting out. Hey, the Hornets are interested, and then people like Zach Lowe getting the other side of the information And it looks worse because,
Right.
this is why it didn't go anywhere because the Hornets aren't even willing to give up any picks.
So it looks to me like the Kings are approaching other teams about what about Domas, which you should do. But then they're sharing it as if, well, we're talking to Charlotte. And maybe they're trying to give the impression to other teams, but other teams are too smart for that. I don't get it. That, Charlotte's interested. Wow, maybe we need to take a look at that. There's not that many centers on the free agent market. If Domas is being shopped, we better take a look. And I just, teams are too smart for that. So I'm not sure what's going on. But again, you hear something about the Kings these days, and most of the time you can trace it back to the Kings.
Yeah. Yeah, well, not this one. Not this one, because this is not helping them in any way. The idea.
But originally that's where I think it started.
Yes.
It just kills me, Alan. I know that you are in some ways celebrating, as many Kings fans are, the fact that De'Aaron Fox didn't play well. I get that. I just can't get over.
Well, it was terrible.
Yeah,
He
no
played
question.
terribly.
And I'm not disagreeing with that.
That's for the YouTube because they couldn't hear us.
Well, that's nice of you to do that. Yeah. Yeah.
It was trash. He was trash.
Right.
I just had to let them
went
know.
over. Yeah.
Spark notes.
Mike Brown is, as we were saying, he could be on a Hall of Fame track, and the Kings got rid of him in part because of some players who said, let him go, and now they're trying to get rid of some of those players. It's like, that's a tough one. That leaves a mark when it happens to you for the second time in 4 years. You fire a coach under kind of what some would say are kind of questionable circumstances, or the reasoning's like not clear. And both times they go on and win a championship with another team.
It's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad. And you hitched your wagon to someone that you couldn't even get off the contract for any value if you wanted to. Right? And that's Domantas Sabonis. You hitch your wagon to Domantas Sabonis. This is based on everything that we've heard and surmised. And Hornets, they don't even want to give you Tejan Salon. Like, you can't even get the Greensboro.
You just wanted to say his name.
You can't even get the Greensboro Swarm. Now, I'm kidding. We don't know if they couldn't get Tejan or not. But the reality is you missed your window. You were a bit stubborn. That's not on Scott Perry. He wasn't there. You were a bit stubborn. I guess here's the only other question, Whitey. If Scott Perry had come in and just said, and honestly, I don't know if this is something that we'll call a possibility, but if he had just come in and said, I think that Domas, now nobody would have seen Domas playing, 12 games or whatever he played, but if he had just come in and said, yeah, Domas on the chopping block, everybody's on the chopping block now, because I feel like he has maybe more value now. I don't know what he would have gotten back during the last offseason, but it's possible he saw this coming and, they wanted a good go at it. They gave it a go, and now they're definitely either going to be stuck with Domas or they just move him for peanuts and say, Max, it's your time now.
One thing I'll say about the Kings that I think is encouraging, Tejan Salon is the type of player that if you were tanking, you would want to get because he was drafted high. You could bring him in, and the Kings have brought some of these players in. They haven't really played well. You can kind of give the illusion that you're trying to find a diamond in the rough when you know that they're probably not going to play very well, so you're going to lose more games. That's kind of what a tanking team does. Tanking now is, I don't know that we're going to see tanking anymore like we used to. And so the fact that the Kings, by all accounts, are not interested tells me that they're aiming higher for whomever they bring in under whatever circumstances. And that's a good thing. No offense to you and your guy.
I don't know.
Tejan Salon.
I think you're reaching there.
Himself, you yourself said he's a Greensboro Swarm.
Yeah, shout out Greensboro Swarm. I need a shirt. Can I wear that shirt? Can I wear that shirt? Look,
it's gonna have a number on it.
Whitey, they can't tank. We know that they can't tank in the traditional sense. So yeah, they're bringing in 3 young dudes. So I understand why they might say, "Hey, we don't need what we need right now. Or we already have some young guys coming in." But I think let's say that Tejan was part of the deal. I don't think.
If he's a throw-in or something, okay.
Yeah. I'm saying him and Liam. That's what we had talked about last week. I don't think the Kings, if they did say no to that, I don't think that signals the Kings having higher intentions or whatever.
You bet.
No, I don't think it means that at all. I just think it means that they think Domantas Sabonis is worth more than that. And they are willing to, just like we talked about Keegan, their two best assets turned into their two, not worst, because I wouldn't say Keegan's worst, but their two most, stained assets right now, not including Zach LaVine. And they have to build back up that value.
Well, yeah, to that point, you have a lot of equity if you're the Kings in Domas. And maybe Scott Perry comes in, as many GMs do, and says, well, I didn't make that trade, so that's I don't have to worry about it.
Right.
Skin off my nose. But if you're the Kings, no, we got a lot invested in Domas. We drafted Tyrese Halliburton, turned that into Domas, so we don't want to just let him go for nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, and the way they've kind of gone about it, I mean, like I said, it's a garage sale. It's that Facebook marketplace.
There you go.
Here's a reminder.
North knows exactly what I'm saying.
Here's a reminder. Mm-hmm. Hey, by the way, did you know Domantas Sabonis is available? We got 14 aggregators saying the same dang thing. Yeah, we know he's available. Clearly, nobody is interested. And that's on Domantas Sabonis. That's on the Kings to fix that value this upcoming season and then make a decision from there. Because a lot of these dudes got egg on their face. They might not want to say it. They might not feel it. How about this, guys? How about a Kings breakup where everyone looks bad? Right now, I know De'Aaron ultimately doesn't look bad. He looked bad right now. He look awful right now.
Yeah.
I mean, horrendous. But he'll be okay. $60 million. The whole shebang-a-bang. He's still on the Spurs for now. But outside of that, Mike Brown is the only, and that's not even he got broken up with. But everybody that wanted to make this decision, we don't know if Doug is going to be the coach for the foreseeable future. We don't know. They don't necessarily want Domantas Sabonis on the team, but they don't have a choice. I don't know what the hell they're going to do with Malik Monk. I mean, this was a break. Zach LaVine, who they traded De'Aaron Fox for, he don't want to be there. This is the worst breakup I have ever seen.
Mm-hmm. Especially considering that the team never did anything. The team they're breaking up
literally
never really got there.
Literally.
Does it surprise you to know that the Knicks, or maybe Smallin's one I should be talking to, the Knicks are not favored to win it all next year, according to DraftKings? I mention this in part because we're talking about the Kings and the Kings next year. The Kings have the longest odds to win next season's championship at 1,000 to 1.
The Kings?
Kings
have the worst odds?
Longest odds to win next season's championship at 1,000 to 1.
DraftKings, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know who would be worse, but that's crazy.
But you can't do the Wizards because they got the number one pick, so you push them up a little bit.
But they got Trey, they got AD. I mean, remember when we had these conversations on Media Day? Oh, yeah, we're seeing all the talk, and it's we do see it as disrespect. Well, you didn't see it as disrespect enough. It wasn't disrespectful enough because, golly, that's terrible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The worst? Are you serious?
I am serious. For what that's worth. Who cares what the odds are? San Antonio is the plus 250 favorite to win next year. There's that Nat. Followed by OKC at plus 260. Then you got, I think the Spurs are third. No, Boston comes in next, plus 550 before the Knicks crack the list at plus 650. Large gap on the odds boards before the Pacers and Nuggets are 28 to 1. Crowder group at 30 to 1, composed of Cavaliers, Pistons, Lakers, Timberwolves, Miami Heat, Warriors. And then the Kings have the longest odds. I don't know if I mentioned this. 1,000 to 1 for the Kings.
Hey, man, put them kids through college. How much you believe? How much you believe in the beam? That's like crypto right there.
Yeah.
That's easy. What about to make the playoffs? Schmalling put a little cheese for the Kings to make the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't know if we have those odds yet. They're probably somewhere.
Just, maybe a couple teams get injured, whatever it is. You put some cheese to make the playoffs just for fun. Now, consider that money burned, but there's always a chance.
I got to tell you, when I saw those odds, it kind of raised an eyebrow because I don't pay that much attention to odds.
Yeah,
they're based on what people think, and people are too busy to really pay that much attention. But you were shocked.
Last, Whitey?
Yeah.
That's horrendous. That's crazy.
It just, again, it reflects the way people think of the Sacramento Kings right now.
Put some respect on Darius Acup's name. Future King.
Mm-hmm.
Future King.
The Chicago Bulls, well, let's go with the longer shot, starting at 100-1. The Hawks, 100-1. The Raptors, 100-1. The Suns, 120-1. The Wizards, 120-1. Mavs, 120-1. Utah Jazz, 200-1. Mucks. The Milwaukee Bucks, or the Mucks as they're known, 250-1. Pelicans, 250. Nets, 250. Grizzlies, 500-1. Bulls, 700-1. Kings, 1,000.
Nah, man. That's disrespectful.
Yeah.
Now,
But to win the conference, the Kings are 700-1.
Now, see, we can talk trash about the Kings because we're here in Sacramento. But they should not have those odds should not be that much worse than the Bulls.
Probably not, but it reflects, again, the way people look at the Kings, and that is not going to change until the team starts winning games and forces people to treat the franchise with respect. When you have 2 coaches in 4 years that you fire, they win championships with other teams, Alan, this is the result. This is what you get. And that's the least of it.
That is the
People
least of it.
looking at you going, yeah, they don't know what they're doing.
And look,
1,000-1.
There's a reason why I'm, tap dancing right now when it comes to De'Aaron Fox. Because the Spurs...
You call that tap dancing? Tap dancing on his grave?
Because assuming he's still on the team, which isn't if, but assuming he's still on the team, they're going to be back. They're going to have more moments. He's going to get a chance to, to make right with the situation. I only got this. I don't know what's going to happen next. I only had this one chance, fellas. I only had this one chance at the best hate watch I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so glad that the payoff was right where it needed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And look, I'm there at home. I'm in Concord. I was with, we wanted to go out.
Because Mom made a great point. Why don't you ever come to Concord?
So we went out to Concord.
Yeah.
Right? My mom reminded me when she moved from Panama, the first place she lived was New York. So off and on, she had been in New York. My grandma, rest her soul, was a Mets fan, right? For no real reason other than just, hey, that's just the team she picked. So my mom had lived in New York a decent bit. We still have family members out there in New York that we ended up FaceTiming when they won. So my mom starts blasting the music. She ran into Mike Brown with his grandson who was all over the TV screen. He was kicking it with my daughter right there about a year ago.
Wow.
In the museum in Sacramento. So Mike Brown, it became a champion after meeting my daughter. So that's how that happened. Right? So I'm sitting there, guys.
And yet you drove him out of town. But anyway,
I did not.
Well,
not me.
Somebody did.
Somebody did. But it was not me. I can tell you that right now. So now I'm sitting there watching the game. I'm thinking, oh, man, the Knicks going to do it again. Game ends. I'm seeing, and Jay, I got it turned up. I had to turn it down because whenever De'Aaron shot, the clanks were so loud. I had to...
He's tap dancing.
No, I had to turn it
tap
down.
Dancing about De'Aaron.
Whenever De'Aaron, when it's a commercial and you'll mute the TV during commercials, I muted it whenever De'Aaron had the ball because the clanks were so loud. I just wanted to make sure, I got small ears, so they hurt my ears. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So I'm watching the game. I'm thinking, there's no way they're going to blow it again the same way. And there's no way De'Aaron is going to be that bad again. And he was. He might have been worse in this game. So, successful hate watch. The grass is always greener.
Was to end up there again?
the grass is always greener.
Fox was really bad. Let me take 10 minutes to tell you about being at home.
It's not just about De'Aaron. This is not just about De'Aaron. I just wanted to lay out everything to you and to everybody to know how it went down.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Your mom was happy?
She was very happy.
Good.
We were FaceTiming our family in New York, and, oh, man, we were turning it up to Mike Brown, who let the dogs out, which I do think, if I might say so myself, was maybe a slight shot at the Kings, the who let the dogs out thing. We got some dogs on this team because...
Really?
I don't think the kennel been closed in Sacramento.
We need dogs.
The kennel been closed. And he kept saying that, and we probably listened to the dog segment when I was on the midday show where we played. What did we play, Whitey? Who Let the Dogs Out?
Did you? I don't.
That's what we played.
So you think Mike Brown was taking a shot at the Kings when he said that because you used to play that on your show?
I think there was a connection. Yes.
Okay. I don't know.
You
hadn't met your mom.
I do want to say, though, you want to talk about good sportsmanship. De'Aaron saying congrats to Mike Brown in the back. That was good sportsmanship.
That is.
And I got, I'm going to leave it there.
He may have more to tap dance on about that when we come back. Also, which Beatles song will the Spurs be? Are the Spurs going to get back to these finals? That and your calls, 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Dusty Baker today in about an hour as well with the Drive Guys on Sactown Sports.
Once again, the bright lights of New York are calling. And Alan Stiles is ready to answer.
I'm talking to my guy Michael Scotto, and I want to chop cheese. And, if I get my coffee, then I go down to Bodega. I say I need a bagel with lox. Let me get some lox.
So, how about those Knicks?
Hey, you see Brunson last night? Forget about it. Hey, OG Anunoby, where'd he come from? I don't know, B.
I'm in a New York state of mind.
Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Sacramento's best selection, best quality, and lowest prices on kitchen and bath products are at the new Anova Cabinet and Stone. For a limited time, get stunning new quartz countertops starting at just $159. That's right, only $159 for gorgeous quartz countertops. Listen to this. For a limited time, cabinets for kitchens and bathrooms are up to 50% off. Yes, up to 50% off new cabinets. It's a must-see, the new Anova Cabinet and Stone at Florin Road and Highway 99. Learn more at AnovaCabinetStone.com.
To 15-year-old Harper, buying an $80 vintage rock t-shirt is a great investment. To Harper's mom, this logic has a few holes in it. So she helped Harper open a Wells Fargo Clear Access banking account. With no overdraft fees and tools to track spending, Harper's learning, one heavy metal tee at a time. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Terms apply. Visit wellsfargo.com/deposit disclosures for fees and details.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It's the energy all around you.
Lightning and the thunder.
The thrill of the moments to come. The flash of lights. The rush of pure exhilaration. The roar of the crowd. See it, hear it, feel it.
Feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
The Expo Sale is coming to Cresco Restaurant Equipment June 17th through the 20th. Save big on refrigeration, ice machines, gas cooking equipment, furniture, and more. Everything is on sale on Richards Boulevard. 4 days only. Don't miss Cresco's biggest savings event of the year.
Remember the days of real country music? Now you can get your favorite classic country every day on 105.1 HD3 The Ranch. Listen to The Ranch on the free KNCI app or anytime at 105.1 HD3.
MoonPay X Games Sacramento 2026 is taking on Cal Expo this summer. Catch live music performances and more than 100 top skate, BMX, and Moto X athletes compete. June 26th through June 28th. Get your tickets now at xgames.com.
Skeeter here, my card. Field Tech, Sacramento Yellow Mosquito and Vector Control District. I never met a Culex terrasalis I didn't want to smack. That's Latin for mosquito. Hey, it's time again to fight the bite. Time to protect yourself from West Nile virus by applying insect repellent. Once a week, drain stagnant water and report dirty green swimming pools. Ew. They're breeding grounds.
The Sacramento Yellow Mosquito and Vector Control District reminds you it's time to fight the bite.
My card never gets old.
For more information or to report problems, go to fightthebite.net.
It's time for your Sactown Soccer Report. Powered by Sac YOLO Mosquito and Vector Control District.
This week's key matches include Belgium versus Egypt, Austria versus Jordan, England versus Croatia, Czechia versus South Africa, USA versus Australia, Netherlands versus Sweden, and Spain versus Saudi Arabia.
In soccer, defense wins championships. At home, defense stops mosquitoes. Drain standing water. That's your back line. Dress with sleeves and defend with repellent. That's your keeper. Keep your doors and screens tight. That's your shutout. Sac YOLO Mosquito and Vector Control District. More tips at fightthebite.net. Download the app and listen to The Drive Guys.
The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles.
On Sactown Sports 1140.
No matter what Alan Stiles says, Brian Windhorst today said that the Spurs remain committed to De'Aaron Fox as their franchise point guard. That's really the smartest thing for them to say right now, no matter how they're feeling about it.
Yeah, what else are they going to say?
Mm-hmm. But it also makes the most sense for them.
Right
Couldn't
now.
trade the guy right now.
Well,
no one
you
would want him.
Yeah.
You don't want anyone to know that you view him as a distressed asset. That doesn't help you in any way, shape, or form. So onward and upward, and you hope he's able to bounce back from it, like Magic Johnson bounced back from his terrible NBA Finals in 1984.
Yeah, he's going to bounce back all right. Bounce back on that bench.
Bench or not, as long as he plays well. The problem with De'Aaron, in my opinion, is, as we discussed with Jerry Reynolds, he does not have as large of a role offensively. And even though he is willing to take a secondary role, you don't have as many opportunities. He's never been, or rarely has he been, the most efficient player. So now it's like you have a game where you go out there and you're not getting many shots and you miss a few shots. All of a sudden you're having a bad game. And it's tough, and it can get in your head. And then also it's like you can't worry about getting yourself going when you got to get the team going. It's just a whole different role for him, and he's never been a great shooter, and he was hurt. A bad combination for De'Aaron Fox. And Matt George has been right about him all along, Alan. There.
About what?
Everything. I'm just trying to get you going a little bit.
About what?
As I started down that road, I started realizing I do think De'Aaron Fox, as poorly as he played, I think he's being used unfairly as a punching bag right now by people that maybe didn't even watch the games.
Well, yeah, I mean,
that guy sucks. Yeah, you like De'Aaron Fox?
Yeah,
I don't even know who he is.
I've seen, and somehow Dak Prescott is catching strays. I've seen Dak Prescott in a De'Aaron Fox jersey.
Yeah, see that to me, that's
yeah, because you think Dak is better than De'Aaron Fox.
I do.
See, De'Aaron, I don't know. It was Spain. Spain had a close match with someone, and they put De'Aaron Fox in a Spain jersey. Yeah.
Okay.
Look, it'll pass. This too shall pass. The good thing is, as De'Aaron said, it's guaranteed money. And the other thing is he doesn't care because he doesn't pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't really matter.
So
he's still winning.
Hands with his former coach, and you ridicule that.
I didn't ridicule that.
You did. You very sarcastically said, that's good sportsmanship.
It is good sportsmanship.
Eye roll.
No, I didn't know. It was because a lot of people said he shook hands and Mike Brown said, hey, we couldn't have done it without you. But I didn't say that.
You just did say
that.
But
no, I didn't say that initially. You made me say it.
339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Sammy joining us. Sammy's been on hold. Hey, Sammy, thanks for hanging. You're on the drive, guys. What's up?
Hey, thanks for taking my call, guys. Good afternoon.
Yes.
So, what will it take for possibly the three programs during the day try to get Vivek on the phone and to answer some questions or do some clarity type discussions, because this is disgusting. This is, like you said, he was stubborn. Like, how would you hire someone to supposedly know more basketball, and yet somebody else is pulling the strings behind the scenes? So, just be curious to see what you guys would say about that. Thanks.
Thank you, Sammy. I know that Carmichael Dave mentions many times that he has an open invitation.
Yeah.
I mean, we do as well. I don't know that we've ever actually extended it. I'm sure any of the shows would welcome that. But yeah, in all fairness, I've heard Dave mention that many times.
Yeah, whenever.
Open invitation.
Right.
We do as well, Sammy. That would be great. I do
Yeah.
think at some point something like that would be good for everybody.
Right. And I mean, I think you got to crawl before you walk. You know, Dave has said it time and time again, open invite. And it's normally before he's about to, you know, go kind of hard on the Kings. So normally that's how it's.
Sounds like that's what Sammy kind of wanted to do. And
Right.
He thought, well, I just want to know what you guys thought.
Right. Well, that's kind of Dave will kind of put that out as a caveat and said, but because we don't have you on the show, we can only make assumptions and things like that.
Mhm.
But when I say crawl before you walk, I mean, to me, he would have to just have his own media availability that he controls. I don't even know if they'd allow questions. It's kind of like what you were saying, a statement. So I just don't think he's going to put himself in a situation
I doubt
like
that
that.
he would.
It would be in addition to that. Hey, he puts out this media statement and then comes on the show to answer additional questions. But we're not going to get that until we at least, in my opinion, until we at least hear from him some type of, and maybe it'll happen after the draft, something like that. But yeah, it's confusing because we hear this stuff, but he really isn't as out in front as a Jerry Jones. So it's a bit confusing the type of owner that he wants to be, right? Because you got the Jerry Joneses.
He has said, pardon me, but I know he did an interview like just towards the end of the Beam Team year with Mark Spears. And he does, like you said, Vivek hasn't done a lot, but he chooses certain people to do the interviews with, and they're really good, like Mark Spears. They're great. But Vivek said, people have always said I'm involved, but I really haven't been involved, but I got involved with the coaching search. So we're making a lot of assumptions. But yeah, he's not going to come on the radio. It would be nice if at some point he revisited with, I don't know if he's ever sat down with Sam, but he has done a few interviews here or there. I think most fans would welcome another sit down with somebody at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. And
maybe, like you say, let's get a few more things settled first before see where it's all headed.
And I think the biggest thing right now is to ask yourself just what exactly is it that you would want to hear versus, what would make you feel better. I was talking to someone about, just different situations, and they had a disagreement with somebody, and basically they wanted to tell that person, hey, I didn't agree with how you went about this X, Y, and Z. When they did say that, right, the response they got, they kind of figured, this is what I knew I was going to hear, and it was more so for me than necessarily hearing something different and feeling better about it. So I guess the question is, do you feel like there's certain things that you want to hear him say that would make you feel better, or do you just want him to acknowledge whatever it is? What is it? Because, the idea of, hey, yeah, there are certain reports or rumors that I've been involved with XYZ as far as the team is concerned, and I'm no longer going to do that, right? Is that what you want to hear? Will we hear that? I don't know.
Honestly, I think a lot of people want to hear him say, we made a mistake with Mike Brown. You look at it from the standpoint of the team, that's a tough one to do. You can't really win by that.
You're not
say
going to
we made a mistake. Yeah. Go, well, why did you do that? If you say we didn't make a mistake, people are going to say, yes, you did. What's wrong with you? So you can't really win that one, at least,
right.
2 days after the guy won the championship.
Right. And not to quote.
Not to say I don't understand why fans are upset, but it's just from their standpoint, it's like that's a lose-lose.
Not to quote my guy, De'Aaron Fox, but it's not going to make anyone feel better anyway. He did say that.
He did.
Doesn't really matter.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to make anyone feel better anyway. Oh.
You've been working on your Darren Fox impression.
This is all off the top of the dome.
Yeah. Kind of subtly, under the radar, but I get the cadence.
No. I haven't. No, a De'Aaron Fox impression? No, I wouldn't do that.
Oh, I can hear it.
Doesn't really matter.
Okay. When we come back, we got to look at the Spurs. Are they going to make it back to the finals, or is this are they one-time wonders? Also, Alan wants to peek back, because I asked him to, peek back at the Giants' big Devers trade 1 year later. How has that worked out? Yeah, let's go. It's next, Sactown Sports.
The X Games are coming to Sacramento. Join Kayla Anderson at Sactown Sports 1140 at Cal Expo from June 26th through the 28th to watch the top action sports athletes in the world go head-to-head with 3 days of high-octane competition, BMX, skateboarding, and Moto X, plus live music from global electronic music icon Cascade, Grammy-winning producer Artist Mustard, and DJ Subtronics. Get your tickets today at xgames.com. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-8157. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-8157. That's 800-575-8157.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Maida Subaru says yes to big savings on the new Subaru you want during the sizzling summer sales event on now. Visit MaidaSubaru.com today for special spring savings on over 225 new and certified pre-owned Subarus.
Made a great deal at Maida.
Onyx, I keep having stomach issues. Please make me a doctor's appointment.
Okay, are you suffering from diarrhea, bloating, gas, or oily stools? If so, you may want to ask your doctor if it could actually be a problem with your pancreas, called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI.
My pancreas? How is EPI treated?
A prescription medicine like Creon, pancrelipase, is used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes. Creon is the #1 prescribed treatment for EPI.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. You can learn more at 1-800-633-9110.
Before your appointment, visit creoninfo.com. That's CREON info.com.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip: if a firm presents as local but they're in LA, red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Make this summer all about you. Join Stretch Zone for your summer self-care challenge, helping you prioritize you. Free fitness clubs, recovery sessions, relaxation events, plus at-home challenges you can do anywhere, anytime. Whether you're dealing with everyday aches, stiffnesses from the office, or just want to move and feel better, this challenge was made for you. And the best part, you could win 60 days of free stretches. Sign up today at NorCal-Stretch.com. Do it for you. Do it today at NorCal-Stretch.com.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave.
What's up? It's Matt George.
What's good? It's Alan Stiles.
With the most trusted voices in the community.
This is Jason Ross.
Hey, it's Kayla Anderson.
It's Whitey Gleason.
Ready to help promote your business, both as partners and customers. All you have to do is ask. Pick up the phone, dial pound 250 and say, grow my business to get connected with a team member today. That's pound 250 and say, grow my business. Our team will review your product, quickly pair you with a perfect endorser, and create video and audio samples all at no cost or obligation to you. With the most live and local on-air lineup, a dynamic content-driven website, and a state-of-the-art mobile app, Sactown Sports 1140 is tailor-made to help you connect with a sports audience in Sacramento. So why wait? Dial pound 250 today. Say, grow my business, and let us help take you to the next level. Download the app and listen to The Drive Guys.
The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles.
On Sactown Sports 1140.
Dusty Baker's going to be on the show today. Dusty Baker's going to join us at 4:30. Looking forward to that. We believe today is Dusty's birthday. Jay's celebrating Dusty's birthday, and Sheeny and my anniversary, with some Pop-Tarts. Man, Jay, you are probably way too young to remember this. I can actually remember when they started putting frosting on Pop-Tarts. And it was like,
time.
What planet is this? We've gone to heaven.
What year was on them before? Do you remember?
I don't
Something
know.
around there?
Probably 70-something. You know, because you put those suckers, as you know, Alan, in the toaster. It's like, wait, it has frosting on it. You put it in the toaster, and you pull it out, and the frosting's still on it. It's the greatest thing ever.
So they just were dry before?
Just a Pop-Tart with a little bit. None of the topping, frosting, none. Yeah.
Just dry Pop-Tart.
Yeah.
But it had the filling.
Had the
It
filling.
did have the filling, but yeah, people like my age, we grew up in a much tougher environment.
Yeah.
You're right.
I never really toast my Pop-Tarts.
You just have them.
Yeah. Have them I have them
just
rare.
Mm-hmm. Rip and run?
Yeah. I was a strudel guy.
I'm sorry, what?
Strudel guy.
Okay.
I like strudels.
Yeah.
They were good too, though.
Okay.
You know, I was just saying because you have to put those in the microwave.
Right. I don't even know what that is.
A strudel?
I mean, I know what a strudel
Toaster
is.
strudel?
Yeah, toaster strudel.
Uh-huh.
You toast the strudel, the apple, you put the icing on top. They were hidden.
Okay.
Here we go. This is according to Smithsonian
I'm gonna say
magazine.
1971.
1967.
Really? Okay.
According to the Smithsonian. Good, I'm struggling with that.
That's a tough one. Smithsonian. Yeah. You got to take those curves slow. Or you go
Yes, you
right,
do. Very much so.
Yeah, off the road.
Speaking of museums, just so a lot of people were asking in the chat, it was the Sacramento Children's Museum. That's where Mike Brown and his grandson, and it was my wife, my mother, and my kiddo. They hung out. And my mom didn't know. My wife was, I think that's Mike Brown.
Where was Larry?
I don't know where I was. Probably River Cats or something. So shout out Mike Brown, the grand kiddo. They played with the trains. They were having a good time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Apparently the Jazz not having a good time. That's like a 3.
Yeah, for a Monday.
According to Sam Amick, difficult day for the Jazz on the optics front. This from Sam on Twitter X. Here you have De'Aaron Peterson refusing to work out for the team with a number 2 pick 1 year after Ace Bailey did the same. is that really a bad look for him? Not a good look. Is it a bad look? I don't know. Sam goes on to say, meanwhile, sources tell The Athletic that a player who does want to be there, Walker Kessler, is at odds with the front office over his lack of an extension offer last summer and the current handling of his restricted free agency. More to come. I don't know that they have been head over heels with Walker Kessler after that first year he had. So I think that's reflected in the fact that they're maybe slow walking that whole thing. And as far as Darren Peterson not wanting to work out there be a bad look, it's not a good look, but I don't think it's necessarily a bad look.
No, I
think
think
the Ace Bailey thing is actually proof that it doesn't really matter if the player's going to work out for you or not.
Right. Now we'll see in a couple years when Ace Bailey can sign an extension or go elsewhere. But yeah, I think they're both different situations. I mean, Darren Peterson can say, no, it's not about Utah. I just think I'm going number one. Ace Bailey didn't have that. He went 5. So that was a completely different situation.
I see that to say, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I'm a number 1 pick. So
yeah, so he can, if he does end up going to Utah, he can say, no, it wasn't about Utah. The Walker Kessler thing is really weird to me, and this is just Danny Ainge being Danny Ainge because he did not want to move. Well, a lot of teams were interested in Walker Kessler, but he had these crazy price tags and 1 or 2 first rounders, which is cool if you value someone like that. But you don't tell someone, to your point, if you didn't love him after the first year, you don't keep a crazy price tag on someone. And then when it's time to extend them, say, oh, no, well, we don't think you're worth that. So now this is why people don't believe a lot of this stuff. Danny Ainge is great at his job. This is why a lot of people think that he's on some bleep because you're saying one thing, you think we're going to pay these ridiculous prices for Walker Kessler, but you don't even believe that. Like, you don't even want to pay him like that. So what are we talking about?
Well, they're a fascinating franchise right now because everything appears to be headed in the direction of them coming out of the tank this year. And actually, for the first time, since Stockton and Malone, actually trying to compete. And I know that was actually Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert, and they had some good teams there. But this looks like the year where, okay, we've been thinking this, and they've been tanking. Now this is it. We'll see what they do. I think they're going to be at least halfway decent. I think they're going to be pretty good.
Yeah, I think they are just another team in the hat of there's not going to be very many nights off. And unfortunately, one of those nights off viewed in the Western Conference is going to be the Sacramento Kings. And maybe they're not even a night off, but the Western Conference right now, they really don't have any, Whitey. It's going to be what? Off the top of my head. Wait, how do the Kings have worse odds than the Grizzlies?
Good question.
And the Grizzlies Grizzlies had better odds than the Bulls?
Mm-hmm.
That makes no sense to me.
Some people that these odds that DraftKings came out with, some of the people that these odds are aimed towards don't really follow it that closely.
It's ridiculous. That makes absolutely no sense.
By the way, congratulations to Thiago Splitter, the new head coach of the Chicago Bulls, emerging from the chaos in Portland and landing a nice job.
You think Portland, well, they don't want to pay nobody, but do you think Portland's going to regret that?
I don't know.
I feel like the answer should be yes after going to the playoffs in that West. Obviously, Dame was out. They had a lot of injuries.
I don't know because I don't pretend to know what their owner wants or is thinking.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No clue what they're doing next season. Yeah, you're looking here, Whitey. Yeah, the Jazz, the Grizzlies, the Pelicans. I understand why the Kings don't have great odds, but it's going to be tough in the West.
Memphis is 500-1, so it's, they're down there with the Kings. Memphis 500-1, Chicago 700-1, Sacramento 1,000-1 according to DraftKings. I knew, and I think that a number of fans did this. I knew a guy that worked for the Mountain Lions, and 2010, when they were in Vegas, he just bet before the season started, I think, on the Giants that year. He was like, no one thought the Giants were going to win the World Series, but I'm a Giants fan. I'm gonna bet on the Giants.
Yeah.
Boom!
Wow.
It happened.
Try it again.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't happening this season. Definitely not.
1 year ago, the Devers trade, Alan. How's it worked out for the Giants?
Not good. Not good at all. Rafi Devers hasn't been himself, and the Giants haven't been very good.
Kyle Harrison, Jordan Hicks, James Tibbs III, Jose Bello on the way to Boston for Rafi Devers. And he hasn't been great, and the team has been 69-93 since acquiring Devers. It's not all his fault, but it hasn't really worked out the way they hoped.
No. And I don't necessarily even harp on Buster for trying it.
But he's only under contract through 2033.
There's only one contract that's longer. Why do you want to tell the good people whose contract is longer?
Manny Machado.
But yeah, it's bad. Though the reason it ain't as bad to me as a Willie Adames, who that just is atrocious. But
Devers was having a near career season when they got him with the Giants. He's hit .235 in 72 games with a .706 OPS, the worst of his career.
Yeah, you just got to believe that he'll return to form at some point. So I know it's a bad contract, but he's also the most talented out of the big three contracts. That's really all I can hang my head on, Whitey. That's it. That he was good. He was better than the other guys, so maybe he'll figure it out.
Weren't they, when they made the trade, I think they were 10 games over 500 a year ago?
Mm-hmm.
So Buster's thinking, man, we got something here, but we need to solidify it. This will be the finishing touch on my masterpiece.
Yeah. And a lot of people, I mean, there was a reason Devers was available because that contract is forever. And you just hoped. And here's the problem, Whitey. For these crazy long contracts, you really need them to be the best version of themselves right now, right? You don't, as they get older, the assumption is that they're not going to be as productive. So if you're struggling now, that's a big one, and you really got to turn it around as soon as you can.
And the best player in the trade is Kyle Harrison, and the Red Sox have since traded him to the Brewers.
Yep.
And he's on track to be an all-star this year.
He's been pitching very well.
Yeah.
And James Tibbs III is also going to be really good.
Speaking of all-stars, Dusty Baker joins us at 4:30 today. And when we come back, headliner, future all-star, we'll tell you who says the Kings will get a pretty good starter, but not much more with a 7th pick. That can't be right. Next, Sactown Sports.
Once again, the bright lights of New York are calling. And Alan Stiles is ready to answer.
You know, I'm talking to my guy Michael Scotto, and I want to chop cheese. And, you know, if I get my coffee, then I go down to Bodega. I say I need a bagel with lox. Let me get some lox.
So, how about those Knicks?
Hey, you see Brunson last night? Forget about it. Hey, OG Anunoby, where'd he come from? I don't know, B.
I'm in a New York state of mind.
Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like customer service associate at a dry cleaning shop.
Yeah, hi. I'm here to pick up my suit.
Ah, yes. Here you go.
There must be a mistake. This is too small.
It shrunk a whole lot. Look on the bright side. Now you have a suit you can give to a child.
This is a job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Sacramento's best selection, best quality, and lowest prices on kitchen and bath products are at the new Anova Cabinet and Stone. For a limited time, get stunning new quartz countertops starting at just $159. That's right, only $159 for gorgeous quartz countertops. Listen to this. For a limited time, cabinets for kitchens and bathrooms are up to 50% off. Yes, up to 50% off new cabinets. It's a must-see. The new Anova Cabinet and Stone at Florin Road and Highway 99. Learn more at AnovaCabinetStone.com.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Raymond Woodland. Chad, I got a question. What's happening for Chryslers make this the summer event?
Right now, you can save up to $14,000 off MSRP on those hard-to-find new 2026 Ram 2500 and 3500 heavy duties. Plus, you can take advantage of available 5.9% for 84 months financing with no payments for 90 days on select inventory.
Chad, you've always got the best selection of Rams and now the best interest rates.
We are truck people at Hoblet. That's why we have over 600 new Rams available. And more importantly, the hard-to-find Rams you're looking for. That means your new Ram is waiting at HobletDodge.com.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection, and now unbeatable interest rates. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$14,000 total net savings on select new 2026 Ram 2500 Laramie after $10,500 dealer discount. Incentives include $500 on-the-job upfit for eligible upfit, $1,000 Hoblet business owner bonus with proof of business ownership, $1,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance with eligible trade-in. 10 of this net savings, see dealer for details.
Today on the pod, we're talking to Joan, a method actor and scratchers enthusiast. So, Joan, what do you like about playing scratchers?
Well, as a method actor, it's about becoming the ticket. Scratching up, down, stage left, stage right.
So what's your motivation? Because your performance feels so real.
Oh, I was just tapping into my inner scratchers.
Incredible.
Yes. Bravo me.
Scratchers from the California Lottery. A little play can make your day. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 years or older to purchase player claim.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Everyone loves to be outside, and so do mosquitoes. Protect yourself against mosquitoes and West Nile virus by following these simple tips. At least once a week, look around your yard and drain stagnant water from any containers where mosquitoes can breed. Remember to use an effective mosquito repellent, especially at dawn and dusk when mosquitoes are most active. Close all doors and be sure screens are in good working condition. At the Mosquito and Vector Control District, we're here to help. Visit us at fightthebite.net.
KHD HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Live and local, it's The Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sactown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sactown Sports app.
What a big, fat, juicy Monday show it's been, and we're just getting started. Dusty Baker joining us at 4:30. By the way, one of the reasons Dusty is joining us is because he's going to be at the Guild Theater tonight at 6 o'clock. So we're going to talk to Dusty bottom of the hour about that appearance, also his brand new book. But it's been a crazy show. Alan today just stunning a lot of us by coming out saying I apologize to all the De'Aaron Fox fans, and I wish I hadn't said some of the things I said. It was incredible.
Yeah, I don't know what dimension that show was in.
Maybe I imagined some of that.
Yeah, I don't.
It was actually the opposite again, wasn't it?
That's right. I was so.
It's because I swallowed a gnat earlier. And
I was so convinced. I had just said to myself, man, the Spurs are probably, because, when Wemby was grabbing his face and crying, and after they beat the Thunder, it was so emotional. I was convinced too. I thought, the Knicks kind of, not one-trick ponies, but it's a lot of Brunson. Is there going to be enough from Cat and OG to get it done? I thought there was no way, Whitey. I was ready to sit here, have everyone who needs to take their victory lap, and I was going to wear it. I was going to be a man. I was going to take it on the chin. But boy, oh boy, just when I thought hope was lost.
Mitch Johnson owes a debt of gratitude to De'Aaron Fox, because if De'Aaron Fox had played even a little better, I think people would be focusing more on some of Mitch Johnson's missteps. And he got outcoached by a Hall of Fame coach. That's going to happen sometimes. But the end of the comeback game where the Spurs took the court before Anunoby's tip before that possession, and clearly you can see from some of the video that's out there, the Spurs didn't know what they were doing. There was a lot of confusion on the court. Who's got him? I got him. No, I got him. A lot of confusion. Then there was a play, was it from the last game, where Mitch Johnson told the backup center to foul Anunoby because he thought the clock reset after an offensive rebound to 24. So it's like, oh, we got a foul. And it's like, no, it resets to 14. Everybody knows that.
Right.
Little things like that. Now, that's somebody observing that. We don't know that he actually addressed that. But little things like that I think would have been a bigger story if not the fact that De'Aaron Fox, for some reason, has a target on his back and has this whole series.
Well, could you have maybe said that if De'Aaron played better, they would have won the series? Could you also say that?
Well, maybe. But, I'm saying even if he just played a little better.
Right.
If he played a little better, maybe the series is still going.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
or maybe to your point, if that play, honestly, it feels like, let's say this. If that play doesn't happen, if De'Aaron makes the layup, let's say the Knicks still win that game. They tie it up, they win in overtime, so it's still 3-1 and then they win. I think to your point, Mitch Johnson would be under more fire because there wasn't that play that everyone is pointing to with De'Aaron.
I don't want any coach to ever get fired. I didn't think Mike Brown should have been fired. But if it was the other way around, if this series had gone the other way and Mike Brown had coached his team in this series the way Mitch Johnson coached his team, Mike Brown would be fired.
He'd be cooked.
Yeah.
He'd be fired.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately.
Yeah.
And I think he knew that going into the season.
Gosh, remember when they were down 2-1 to the Hawks and we were talking about, I don't know, if they lose this series, he ain't going to survive.
Remember his timeout situation, and then it was an issue with the score bug on the TV.
Yeah.
Why didn't he call one? Well, he actually didn't have one. Feels like so long ago.
Yes.
So long ago. Mm-hmm.
Mitch Johnson's a good coach, and he'll learn from this.
Yeah.
Will they get back to the finals? Probably. Spurs? I'm not saying next year necessarily, but at some point, probably.
I don't know.
They got to address some things with that roster.
Yeah, I don't know if this iteration of the Spurs will get there.
Yeah.
For sure. But I do wonder. Phone line's open. We got Dusty coming on about 30 minutes. A little less than that now. 916-339-1140.
And you're doing all the stuff with Dusty about the book signing, right?
I think we'll probably just hand it off, and you'll lead off, and you'll probably.
Because I was going to do the baseball stuff, and then you do.
No, I got the baseball stuff.
You do the nuts and bolts.
Yeah, I know. Dusty and I, we got to talk baseball. You know how it is.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But I just want to know, because we've asked before. A lot of fans going back into the time machine when Mike Brown was fired, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, Allen, it was the right thing to do. He lost the locker room. That's what I kept hearing, okay? And it wasn't, hey, we don't think he's a bad coach per se, but he lost the locker room. So I just want to ask people today, it's our first time getting to speak since Mike Brown became an NBA champion. I just want to ask people today, what do you do with a lost locker room situation, right? And that was the big conversation. Hey, the Kings didn't have a choice because Mike Brown lost that locker room. At the time, we didn't know. We didn't fully know the extent of Mike Brown and De'Aaron's relationship, so the whole thing was a bit confusing. Because my thought is, Well, the next time I hear any you-know-what about a broken locker room, I'm just going to weigh what the players have done versus what the coach has done. Now, obviously, Mike Brown was not a champion at that point in time. And I get it. These are players, and you're paying them a hell of a lot of money. But getting coaches out of here, and we'll see what happens with the Nuggets. Because Michael Malone won a championship, well, still connected to the Kings. They got him out of here. We'll see how that works out with the Nuggets. They didn't win a championship this season, and they've been further in the playoffs prior to with Michael Malone. Because all of the conversations about broken locker room, not broken locker room, whatever, maybe there needs to be a conversation. Look, y'all can fix whatever you need to fix because you haven't won bleep, you haven't won bleep, and you haven't won bleep. So we're not going to pick you guys over a coach that has done X, Y, and Z throughout their career. Because that's what I want to know. Because it was all about broken locker room. He lost the locker room, So
he basically admitted that when he said,
right.
I tell them what to do and they won't do it.
Right.
But no coach, it's my opinion, and I've observed this, I think it's fact, any coach or manager has to have the backing of the organization. Or else when that coach comes to lay down the law, the players are going to go, why should I listen to you?
That's fair.
Yeah.
And maybe they were stuck. But
the organization has to stand by the coach. Or else when the coach says, do this, the player's like,
right.
I don't have to. The Kings have done this before. And I know George Karl, his time here was not the highlight of his career. And maybe it wouldn't have mattered. But there's a story of when he got into it with, I think it was DeMarcus after the game. It was when Drake came in. They had this terrible loss, and Drake came into the locker room, and everyone was like, it was the weirdest thing ever. But you had Vlade talking to the team, talking to the GM, talking to the team, like, we don't know what to do with our coach. Well, you might as well not have one.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
And deciding to side with some players that had a good season here or there. Like, here's the thing. We'll get on LeBron about the coaching thing and lay GM and all this stuff. But if LeBron does say something, at least you can say, man, that is bleeping LeBron.
Well, the LeBron thing's funny because some people think that's the Cavs got rid of Mike Brown because LeBron didn't want him.
Right.
Which is neither here nor there, but it's just interesting that he came up in this conversation.
And even if that's the case, it's LeBron. It is LeBron. So if you want to keep somebody like that happy, like you don't have a franchise player, I guess is what I'm saying. So you shouldn't really care as far as, you know, what your players, to a certain degree. But I think the reaction of, okay, we got to get rid of them because a couple dudes that have won a combined one All-Star don't like him versus Mike Brown, who has seen championships and played with, seen some real stuff, right? I think the learning curve is, hey, let's try to make this thing work. Like, what is it? Because y'all have never been. Answer me this, Whitey.
Mm-hmm.
How is there a collection of players who have never played better in their career? How are you mad at the coach or saying it's a broken locker room when you've never been more productive than with that coach? Domantas Sabonis was never better in his career than he was with Mike Brown. Malik Monk, my favorite player on the Kings, never better. Never better in his career. De'Aaron Fox. Now we know De'Aaron obviously liked Mike Brown, but Kevin Huerter, never better. Y'all all had career seasons, and somehow the next season, now that you're not playing as well, it's Mike Brown's fault?
Because of the delusion that team should have done better, and that the reason they didn't do better was because of the coach.
He didn't take any jump shots.
No, I agree. That's why I said I think it was a delusion, but I think that's the answer to your question.
Yeah.
That sense that they should have beaten the Warriors, and they didn't because of him.
To me, it felt
Without
like
him, you wouldn't even have been playing the Warriors.
Right. To me, it felt like the Kings were on some new money at that point in time. They had a little bit of money in their pocket, some new money popped up, and they feeling good. Oh yeah, we got some dudes that are about to take over the league. Yeah, we're gonna bring in somebody else. So here, let me ask you this question: did it matter that that Doug Christie didn't lose the locker room? Obviously, it could have been worse. But what would people rather? This idea of a broken locker room, but actually being in the mix for playoffs, or a cohesive locker room? And I know these aren't the only two options, but you're in the bottom of the barrel. You're in the basement. So I don't want to hear anything as long as I cover this team about a broken locker room again, unless you're talking to me about a player that has multiple All-NBAs, multiple All-Stars, seen it, done it, really been in the mix. I do not care about anybody talking about a broken locker room if you have no playoff experience, if nobody is checking for you. Nobody was checking for any of these dudes. None of these accolades are enough to me to constitute how quickly they decided to move off of Mike Brown.
Meanwhile, we got Dusty bottom of the hour, as we've told you, and the draft is a week from tomorrow. In The Athletic, we have a brand new draft guide. We're going to get a lot of draft guides and a lot of mocks between now and the draft. Interesting look here from Sam Vecini. He breaks down the top picks in terms of their potential. And I think we did this with, what was the metric we used? You had remember, was it,
you're talking about
sorry.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
But anyway, players were ranked.
Superstar, all-star.
Yeah. So Sam Vecini does that here. So he's got in this draft headliners, potential franchise cornerstones with all NBA upside. Sam Vecini says AJ Debonsa, Cam Boozer, Darren Peterson, end of tier. Headliners, potential franchise cornerstones with all NBA upside. He says they are the three guys that we've been talking about since the college season started. Debonsa, Cam Boozer, Darren Peterson. Tier 2, future all-stars. Projected stars, but not quite number one options on great teams. Caleb Wilson, end of tier. So 4 guys here, only 4 guys in this draft, potential franchise cornerstones or projected all-stars, not quite number one options on great teams. So what does that leave? That leaves tier 3, starters. Offensive all-stars are terrific two-way starters on playoff teams. Darius Acuff Jr., Keaton Wagler, Kingston Flemings, Braden Burries, Yaxel Lindeborg, Mikel Brown. That's the end of that tier. So if he's right, if Sam Vecini is right, the Kings are going to get a starter, an offensive all-star, terrific two-way starter on a playoff team, but not that guy that's going to transform your franchise.
Yeah, I mean, his is a bit more, typical, right? Or this is how people have kind of had it the whole time.
Yeah,
right?
And this I don't think is based on the metrics to the extent.
No, it was Nate Silver.
Thank you.
That's who it was.
Of course, it was 538.
Yeah.
Because there was a gentleman who called us and told us about that.
So that one had a lot.
If this is true, let's just say it's true, and the Kings end up with Acuff, who worked out for them. Wagler, Flemings, Burries, Kel Brown Jr. Is that a win? Is that like got it then?
It's you get what you can get, and you hope that it ends up being better than what you expect. That's it. You know, those expectations, I will say, maybe a little bit different than the top 4, right? Those top 4, you're expecting them to be stars. You know, after you get out of the top 4, it's
is there any way for the Kings to guarantee they would have been in the top 4?
Not top 4, but top 5. They would have had to do a lot of losing.
Yeah.
Lot of losing.
Right. Actually, I think if you had the worst record, weren't you top 4?
No, it was 5 because we talked about it a lot.
Okay. All right. So, Darius Acuff appears to be the player that the Kings are focusing on. The scuttlebutt, as you probably heard from those who are covering the draft, is that the Kings are poised to just take who they get at 7. They are not interested in trading up right now.
Yeah. And I think that's probably...
Now, George said he was not so sure about that.
Every day it's something different because now I thought I read something about the Clippers not being interested in Acuff. So it just seems so obvious that the Kings, depending on the price tag, would just ensure that they could grab him at 5, as long as that price tag isn't crazy, versus taking the chance on the Nets. I don't know. You've come so far already. If that's really... Now, again, they've done their due diligence on everyone. Maybe the Acuff thing was overstated. That's how it sounds like to me. Unless it comes
Kings'
out...
interest in him?
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be.
Unless it comes out that let's say they just stay where they're at and Acuff isn't there at 7. Unless it comes out that the the price tag to move up to 5 was just ridiculous, maybe it was a swap or something like that, Whitey, I would probably say that the interest was possibly overstated, because to me, if it's just a swap and you're that gung-ho on a player, then just make sure you can go get him. That makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I just think it's curious that, well, interesting, maybe not curious. You have two teams. You have the Nets and you have the Kings, 6 and 7. The Kings, we think, have let everyone know who they want to pick. Maybe Dallas Point. Maybe that's a little disinformation. We'll see. The Nets at 6, nobody has any idea what they're going to do.
No.
They've been linked to a lot of players, to their credit.
Right. I think
that makes more sense to me. Keep everybody guessing.
Unless we're missing something, that is how I think you should do it. And now you have a situation where the Kings can take a chance, or they just say, now, look, the Nets forcing the Kings to move up doesn't really help them, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
But it is just how you play the game, and maybe they're just not sure who they want.
By the way, projected starters, and we'll get to Ken on the phone here. Projected starters, Morris Johnson Jr., Hans Steinbach, Daimara, Nate Amin, and Dalen Swain.
Come on.
Look at that. Nate Amin appears to be, for some reason, moving up the draft board.
See? Couple good workouts, and I'm sure we'll hear how those workouts with Darius Acuff went in Sacramento. It'll leak at some point. But Nate Amin, right there for you. You can get 2 of those guys, Whitey, for the price of 1.
Nope. Trade down for what? Not interested.
Okay.
Turn down for what?
I'd do it. I'd still think about it. Where's my guy? Where's LeBaron?
Well, let's see. Developmental. Is he a developmental swing? Yes. Number 20 overall.
Man, this is...
He's ahead of Bennett Sturts, your other guy.
No, come on, man. This is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, according to this in San Vicente, your guy, LeBaron Filan, is no Koa Pete. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I don't get that one.
339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Ken has been hanging on. Hey, Ken, you're on the drive, guys. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great, man. I'm on my way home from work, man. Feeling good listening to you all talk about the Mike Brown situation in the locker room stuff. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm going to stay on topic here. The locker room. It's hard. It's hard for me to listen to what the radio station has to say about the locker room because, for one, the radio station is not in the locker room. Carmichael Dave's show, they said it like a few days ago. I think on last Thursday or Friday, they spoke. They misspoke when they was speaking about locker rooms because you guys are not in the locker room. So when you speak locker room talk, I think that has a lot to do with the veteran players in the locker room. And I think we had some amazing veteran players in the locker room. So I don't think it was the locker room. I just think it was a miscommunication because I think the team was, like you said, they was vibing with Mike Brown. Everybody was playing their best basketball. Like, it was no reason for Mike Brown to be fired. I don't know how he lost the locker room. I don't even know how that conversation came into play. Maybe you guys can remind us, but one day people start talking about the locker room, and then after that, it went downhill for Mike Brown after that. But I just want to give Mike Brown his flowers. We're probably not going to hear Mike Brown say this, but I'm going to say it for Mike Brown anyway. Thank you, Sacramento. Thank you very much, Sacramento. And one more thing before I get off. I think the firing of Mike Brown, it didn't help Doug Christie at all, because if you would have kept Mike Brown here for maybe like 5 years, it would have helped Doug Christie in his coaching tenure. He might have probably not even wanted to coach in Sacramento. It would have gave him an opportunity to be a much better coach in his career, trying to be an NBA coach. And fellas, I'm out of here.
Thank you, Ken. I'll say this. If you think that Alan or I were mentioning that Mike Brown had lost the locker room at any point because we were trying to lay cover for the organization to fire him, that Alan didn't do that, and I didn't do that. And as far as the locker room, it's a good point, but here's the thing. We heard Mike Brown saying himself, I am telling them what to do, and they're not doing it. So when I say he's lost the locker room, that's what I'm talking about. A coach who admits they won't do what I told them to do. I also mentioned that I don't think they should have fired him. Believe me, I'm not saying you're wrong, and I'm not saying he had to go. I'm not. But I talked to somebody in the organization right after that happened, somebody who did not think that he should have been fired. But even that person said, They had to do something because this disconnect. Allen wasn't in the locker room. I wasn't in the locker room, but that's documented. There was some kind of disconnect there.
Yeah, and
that made it worse for everybody.
Right. And I guess a lot of times it's what doesn't get said versus what does get said. You know, if it had come out that all these guys didn't want Mike Brown fired and there wasn't an issue, we would have heard about it. You know, then it would have turned into, okay, so Vivek and Monty McNair just decided to do this even though the players loved Mike Brown. We didn't hear that. We heard a lot of, honestly, there was a lot of praise for Doug Christie and wanting to move forward, and we were practicing less, and the offense is not as complex. That's what we heard. We didn't hear these players, you know, riding for Mike Brown. They said the kind of classic, hey, you know, Mike was great and we appreciate what he's done. But with all the stuff that comes out these days, there was nobody outside of De'Aaron Fox and some players that are no longer on the team that really, you know, were distraught. Not that De'Aaron sounded distraught, but that were out there really trying to ride for Mike Brown. So that's just us reading the tea leaves. I mean, maybe they just decided to move on from him. I've said what I've said, to be honest, Ken, because I told y'all, I think that ownership, they thought they were getting those playoff T-shirts. They thought they had them. They said, we were just the third seed. How did this happen? Well, it happened because the Western Conference was just better and people got hurt. So I thought that for sure, Ken, that they just never believed in it. But I have been told that it was definitely a layer of the players as well, in addition to everything else.
Yeah. Thank you, Ken. Appreciate your listening. Dusty Baker is going to join us when we come back. Don't go away. Sactown Sports.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Clear skies tonight with a nice little delta breeze to help cool temperatures off into the upper 50s to lower 60s by Tuesday morning. Then Tuesday afternoon, plenty of sun and temperatures in the mid to low 90s. Get the latest forecasts on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Oh, the Sacramento heat. Right now, get your AC professionally tuned up for as low as just $59 and enjoy your summer nice and cool. Plumbing, electrical, heating, and air, Bonnie.com. Summer restrictions apply. Less than 696-355.
Today, we're talking about how you don't have to earn more when you can save more. Okay, so you brought me this stat. T-Mobile customers had the lowest wireless bills versus Verizon and AT&T over the past 5 years. That seems surprising.
Yeah, when I first heard it, I thought, okay. But when the experts at HarrisX broke it down, it was true for millions of families.
They have a 5-year price guarantee on experience plans and America's Best Network, plus lower bills. I'm not hearing any sacrifice here.
Which is what people need right now. Reliability, predictability. Affordable wireless service isn't a perk. It's a difference. And listeners, if you don't believe me, you can check it out at tmobile.com/switch.
Best mobile network based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence Data 2H 2025. Price guarantee on talk, text, and data exclusions like taxes and fees apply. Based on HarrisX billing snapshots from Q3 21 to Q4 25 compared to average AT&T and Verizon bills. Comparison excludes discounts, credits, and optional charges. For more details, see harrisx.com/T-Mobile-bills.
Hi, how can I help? Well, my husband and I feel like we've outgrown our current money manager. I see. Our lives have changed, and we need something more than just mutual funds to help us in retirement.
She's right.
I hear that often. At Fisher Investments, we'd start by getting to know you, your finances, family, health, lifestyle. We tailor a portfolio around your goals and needs.
Sounds good.
Can you help with estate planning? Yes. We have a team of specialists who can help you with estate planning, Social Security, investment income, and more. We'll get to know your whole financial picture and help keep you on the path to a comfortable retirement.
And your fees?
We have a simple, transparent fee that's a percentage of the value of your portfolio. So we do better when you do better. I feel better already. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com/different. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Progressive knows you think the grass is always greener, like maybe you ride a motorcycle. But today, it's raining. So you wish you had an RV, but if you did, you'd have to listen to some guy parked next to it at a campsite play his acoustic guitar. Now, before you start wishing you had a boat, remember, your brother-in-law would invite himself every weekend.
Permission to come aboard, Captain?
But one thing that is greener is the money you could save when you bundle your RV, boat, or motorcycle with your home or auto with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
If your passion is bass fishing, only one radio show has the action, information, and excitement of your favorite outdoor sport. Ultimate Bass, hosted by Tournament Bass Pro and California Outdoor Hall of Famer Kent Brown, takes you live to where the fish are biting every Saturday morning. Only Ultimate Bass feeds your passion with the latest news, products, tips, and advice from the pros. Ultimate Bass with Kent Brown, Saturday mornings at 5 a.m. on Sactown Sports 1140, part of SEP's Saturday Morning Outdoors.
Download the app and listen to The Drive Guys.
The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles.
On Sactown Sports 1140.
Yeah, very special guest, Dusty Baker, who, by the way, Guild Theater tonight, Underground Book, 6 o'clock. Dusty Baker joining us to talk about his career and his new book, Crossroads, a Memoir in Baseball and Life. And Dusty, why aren't you celebrating your birthday? What are you doing talking to us on the radio?
Well, right now I'm on the way to to see Kevin Johnson, because this is the only day Kevin could do the book signing. Plus, he didn't know it was my birthday. I didn't even tell him. But I was, hey man, I play music whenever I go in the shower, and that's what I played today. Stevie Wonder. I played him. I swear, I played it for myself.
That's great. Well, we appreciate your time. And this book here, Crossroads, a Memoir in Baseball and Life. Dusty, did writing this book take you down memory lane to some places that you maybe had not been in a while?
Well, definitely. And it takes you to some places that you had suppressed that I, didn't want to go down for a while or hadn't been down for a while. But, you got to write the good with the bad if you're going to do a book right. And you can't tell everything, but you got to tell enough to let people know that you are human and that you made mistakes like everybody else.
Dusty, for everybody out there that goes out and gets the book, when you wrote it, what did you want, or what do you want the readers to get from reading your book?
Well, probably get to other people, but basically, I want people to help themselves and help others by it, because right now, love is at a premium and hatred is everywhere. So, that's what I hope that they get, is to realize that we were all in this together, and everybody has some of the same things in their family and their past, and just different things that's happened to everybody. And so, I really want them to get hope and to realize that perseverance is the key, because there's a lot of kids I talk to, a lot of, and even adults that, nowadays it's become a prevalent to either murder somebody or commit suicide. And it's like, hey man, it's not that bad, because it seems that bad while you're in it, but the longer you live, the more you realize that it's only temporary, and and that this too shall pass.
Mm-hmm. Dusty Baker, nice enough to join us. The new book, Crossroads, a Memoir in Baseball and Life. And again, Dusty, Guild Theater, Underground Books tonight with Kevin Johnson. Dusty, most legends don't get to end their managing careers, with a championship like you did with the Astros. Other than winning it all, what do you think you remember the most about that year and that team?
Just the fact that, how much belief that we had on that team and how much belief they had in each other. And the fact that, how the town was such in need of that, because, Houston was kind of the scorn of sports, the scorn of baseball. And, they brought me in to hopefully help some of that. But, the thing that I had going for me is that I wasn't there in the first place when it was happening. And secondly,
I think COVID really helped because there were no fans in the stands, most of 2020, so that really helped us a lot.
Dusty, to talk about a World Series champ to a team that does not seem to be going in that direction. I met you last year. I helped walk you out for the first pitch at the River Cats. I do some hosting out there. But Dusty, we might need some more River Cats to head out to Oracle Park. What the heck is going on with the Giants?
Well, hey man, sometimes you get spoiled, and your team's not going to be on top all the time, and sometimes you gotta wait on things to happen. You gotta wait on some things to mature. They do have a relatively young team. They're trying to get it together with the bullpen, trying to get it together with the starting staff, and they're trying to get an identity. What is the strength of the team? Is it hitting? Is it speed? Is it defense? Is it pitching, starting pitching, or bullpen? And right now, everybody's just sort of searching for an identity for this team.
Mm-hmm. The great Dusty Baker with us. The new book, Crossroads, a memoir in baseball and life. And Dusty tonight, Guild Theater, Underground Books at 6 o'clock. You played with one of the greatest home run hitters of all time. You managed the greatest home run hitter of all time. What would you be willing to share with us about what it was like to manage Barry Bonds?
Well, it was easy to manage, Barry Bonds. Just put his name in the lineup, and you kind of leave him alone. And, it's like a thoroughbred. It's like a thoroughbred. You don't ride a thoroughbred. You kind of let a thoroughbred run, and then he'll let you know when he wants to be ridden. And the thing about Barry is that, everybody used to get on there about sleeping. And, I didn't understand it either, kind of, until now. Now they have a sleep room in baseball, and so Barry was way ahead of that curve back then. But the thing when I think about Barry and Hank Aaron, the great Hank Aaron, they both had excellent vision, concentration, discipline, and confidence. Mm-hmm. And the thing about them is, it was a pleasure to be around them every day. And to just watch them play and just realize, how great they were. And people ask me, who was the best, this, and that. Well, to me, there aren't degrees of greatness. They're just greatness. And so, it was a real pleasure to watch them every day and to manage Barry. I got to admit, sometimes it was difficult, but that's that riding that thoroughbred sometimes.
Dusty, we saw you out, what was that, a couple weeks ago at the Sacramento pitch, and it was really, really just fun to see all the excitement there. You had some great words to say, and you talked about coming up to Sacramento from SoCal and all of the great notes that you had. How fun was that for you to get out there and to speak on Sacramento as a city, possibly in the mix for a major league team, and how good of a chance do you think they have at pulling it off?
Well, I don't know if it was fun or not, because everywhere I go, I'm asked to speak. Sometimes I just want to be in the crowd. But I think that's in the – I'm serious, man. I think that's in the past. But the thing about it is I'm just hoping that we've pulled this together. And, I see us as having an excellent chance of getting a team here. This is a baseball city. It always has been since I can remember. And, we have a lot of great baseball players that come from here. We have a lot of people in this area up and down the valley. And, we have quite a bit of money here, which is going to take to get a major league team here. And once we get a major league team here, I think we're going to have our pick on the quality of the people that we need to make this a winner, hopefully in a very short period of time.
Dusty, it's funny because, at that Sacramento pitch, I know you and Derek Lee were announced at the same time. You were introduced, and you guys had a moment, and to me it looked like you were both going, I don't know what I'm going to say. What are you going to say? And it was great. You both said great things, but it was funny seeing you kind of put your notes together. I want to ask you about the hammer. You mentioned
but you know what happened.
What's
listen, you know what happened. Darren said, man, let me go Derek said, "Let me go first." That's what he said.
Oh, okay.
Because he didn't want to follow. He didn't want to follow me for whatever reason. But he goes, "Let me go first." I'm like, "Okay, man, go ahead."
Gotcha.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah, as good as the Hammer was, I think Hank Aaron's still kind of underrated. What do you think?
Well, I don't know. He wasn't underrated with the players, and he wasn't underrated with people in baseball.
Yeah.
Now, the people that might have underrated him might have been, members of the media, or some people, because he wasn't flashy. He wasn't a braggart. You wouldn't even have known he was Hank Aaron, unless you met him and talked to him, because the two guys that are the most were Hank Aaron and Sandy Koufax. And I asked Hank who was the toughest pitcher for him one time, and he told me it was Sandy Koufax. And then years later, I asked Sandy Koufax who was the hardest hitter for him to face, and he said it was Bad Henry. So I guess they had a lot of mutual respect for each other.
Dusty, the game is a little bit different. I mean, not just from when you play, but even from 10 years ago with the pitch clock, ABS, from launch angle to how many times you can pick over. What do you make of all the changes that they've made in Major League Baseball? Do you like them? Did they go too far? And even just how the game is played these days?
Well, I like some of them, some of them I don't. And, the way the game's played is sometimes tough to watch, because you see, a lot of mistakes based around a lot of walks, a lot of strikeouts. But I don't blame the children. I blame a lot of times the people that are coaching now aren't people that played the game or at a very high level. So therefore, the kids are kind of missing out on how to play the game. And I would like to see the game hire, some more former players, because there are a lot of former players who can't get a job, because a lot of the people in charge are Ivy Leaguers or come from here or there, and then they hire their friends, and therefore the real teachers are at home, frustrated, so they can't get a job. But I think we need both. I just think that we need to even the drawing board. So.
Dusty, just one more, we'll let you go. We appreciate your time. I think it was last week the Giants had a reliever pitch, and it was the latest in any season the San Francisco Giants had ever had an African-American appear on their roster for the first time. Are we making any progress there? I know with RBI and Jerry Manuel, a lot of people have been doing a lot. You think, are we on the right track, or is there something more that needs to be done to get more African-Americans playing baseball?
We're on a slow track. I mean, there are some kids that are playing baseball. We just have to draft them. You know what I mean? And they're using college kind of as a minor league. And, there aren't that many African-American kids playing in college baseball. Most are playing football and basketball in the revenue, generating sports. But, we have to go out there and find them, because, they're out there. And Jerry Manuel is doing an outstanding job. And I think of Jerry Manuel, my godson, Delvin Matthews and Tony Riggins and all these guys. I mean, every year they come up with some great players at Dodgertown, at the Jackie Robinson complex, but you very rarely hear of them after that. But hopefully in the near future, we'll be hearing from quite a few of the kids.
Dusty, thank you so much for your time. Congrats on the book, and happy birthday. Thank you, Dusty.
I hear you, man. Yeah, all right, man. Play Stevie Wonder one more time.
All right, you got it.
Thanks, Dusty.
You guys.
Yeah, Dusty again at the Guild Theater, Underground Books. That's tonight at 6, and Kevin Johnson going to be out there.
Good stuff.
The only time Kevin Johnson could do it, so Dusty's got to do the signing on his birthday.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Going to be fun out there.
Uh-huh. Yeah. All right. We'll be right back as we roll on here with the Drive Guys. Looking at Allen's 916 Knicks Inside Out. We'll do that next. Sactown Sports.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It's the energy all around you.
Lightning and the thunder, thunder.
The thrill of the moments to come. The flash of lights. The rush of pure exhilaration.
Thunder.
The roar of the crowd. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. thunder, lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
The top young talent in the NBA is headed to Sacramento this summer for the 8th annual California Classic presented by Ticketmaster. The Kings will host the Milwaukee Bucks, Brooklyn Nets, and Golden State Warriors in a preseason showcase that's sure to bring more fireworks to your 4th of July weekend. 3-day general admission passes for July 4th, 5th, and 6th are available now. Visit kings.com/California Classic for details.
Your exclusive home for Kings basketball.
Sactown Sports 1140.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729. Or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Mark your calendars because MoonPay X Games Sacramento 2026 is landing at Cal Expo June 26th through 28th. Witness nearly 100 of the world's best athletes compete in skate, BMX, and Moto X events and catch live music performances by global electronic music icon Cascade on Friday night and Grammy-winning producer and artist Mustard and electronic music producer and DJ Subtronics on Saturday night. Don't miss MoonPay X Games. Lock in your tickets now at xgames.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-572-3344. That's 800-572-3344.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
The Steel City comes to town as the A's host the Pittsburgh Pirates for a thrilling 3-game series starting Monday, June 15th. Kick off the week with an exciting Monday matchup, followed by special theme nights and exclusive ballpark giveaways all midweek long. Don't miss your chance to catch rare interleague action right here in Sacramento, where the A's take on the Pittsburgh Pirates starting Monday, June 15th. Get tickets now at athletics.com/tickets. That's athletics.com/tickets.
As we roll into summer, there's a new opportunity for you to get a new truck at a great monthly payment at Folsom Chevrolet. At Folsom Chevy, they're now offering 0% financing for 5 years on every new 2026 Silverado half-ton in stock. 0% financing on a 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, LT, RST, High Country, you name it. Together, let's drive. Must finance with GM on approved credit, $16.67 per 1,000 finance. Cannot be combined with other offers. Ends July 7, 2026.
Lots of places can expose you to identity theft.
Oh no.
That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity, which is way more than anyone can do on their own. If we find anything suspicious, like new loans or changes to your financial accounts, we alert you right away, all through text, phone, email, or the LifeLock app. Get the alerts that could make all the difference. Save up to 30% with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Today, we tip our wrench to Rock Auto customer Noah.
My first car was a 2001 Dodge Neon with a blue wing, and it happened to match my high school sweetheart, who's now my wife, her black 2005. So my uncle has been in the industry for well over 25 years. He recommended Rock Auto immediately to buy my first set of brakes. I would recommend Rock Auto just because it's simple, it's easy to find the parts you're looking for, it's all at a good price.
All the parts your car will ever need, Rock Auto.
In celebration of 80 years of 49ers football, Sactown Sports is counting down 80 of the most memorable moments that have shaped the team's storied legacy and winning tradition. Here's today's faithful flashback.
Number 60, Christian McCaffrey's Triple Crown.
In Week 8 of the 2022 season against the Rams, Christian McCaffrey became the first player since 2005 to throw, rush, and catch a touchdown in a single game in the Niners' victory over the Rams. He joined a group that consists of LaDainian Tomlinson, David Patton, and Walter Payton to complete the hat trick since the merger. In the game, he showed off his arm.
Backwards pass to McCaffrey, and he's going to throw downfield wide open. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown!
His legs.
They're going to give it to McCaffrey coming left. McCaffrey, touchdown!
And his hands.
Garoppolo under pressure, throws to the back of the end zone. Caught by Christian McCaffrey. CMC! Dynamite!
Faithful flashbacks on Sactown Sports 1140. The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles on Sactown Sports 1140.
Could this be true? Calpio says in the chat, Dusty Baker has been involved in 3% of all MLB games played in history, most of any individual. I mean, maybe. Long career, long managing career.
Yeah.
I don't even want to look it up. I just want to assume that's true.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Mm-hmm. Appreciated Dusty's time, especially on his birthday. I guess we could have pressed it, but I knew better than to press it when I asked him about Barry. He's like, what's hard about managing Barry? He's a thoroughbred. Well, sometimes it was hard.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes, yeah.
You said plenty there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Jay.
He wasn't taking anything as far as your bait on. What's wrong with the Giants, Dusty?
Yeah, I don't care.
You're spoiled.
I'm saying,
Alan, you're a spoiled Giants fan.
Yeah, he said, I don't care. He didn't say that, but he basically said, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. And I get it. It's all right.
Yeah. Knicks fans going to be spoiled now with this championship.
They're going to expect it all the time.
And I'm sorry, but I looked into it, Alan, and Dante DiVincenzo don't get a ring.
No, but I'm telling you, and I know because it's been a couple years removed, some of those celebrities are getting a ring. And fair or foul, since we're already here, Chalamet, Ben Stiller holding the Larry. Want to be in the locker room, cool. Ben Stiller getting, and I know Spike too, I know they're lifelong fans, fellas. I know this. But Ben Stiller taking a picture, kissing the Larry by himself. No actual teammate.
I don't really care. I don't really care. It's just a piece of metal.
I think you do.
It's symbolizing
that's what people say.
The championship. I know, but why not?
You never see that with the Stanley Cup because it's for the players who play.
Stanley Cup goes through hell because they give it to players and they take it on vacation. They do unspeakable things to the Stanley Cup.
I'm just saying.
I get your point. I'm not saying you're wrong. Me personally, don't have an issue with it. How about you, Jay? Celebrities with the Larry O'Brien taking pictures. You have an issue with that? You all right with it? Yeah.
I'm with it.
Just Mr. Gatekeeper over here.
I'm just, no. I'm just asking. Man, that was quick, right?
Mm-hmm.
That thing is going to get everywhere.
These dudes are lifelong fans.
Okay.
And a lot of them are spending their own money. You listen to the stories that you're hearing, Spike, obviously, we know because he isn't cool with Dolan. He buys his own tickets every single year. So let that man live, bro.
Spike,
40 years in the game of nothing.
Spike, we know. But how many are going to get to take a picture? How many get to take a picture?
If you do 25, what's the big deal?
Then you get Nike, or who was it? Nike, they did that promo with Spike.
In 2015, the Giants brought all 3 trophies to Sutter Health Park. They put him in center field, and you got to line up and go by and take a picture with him. Everybody. You didn't get to hold it, but everybody got to take a picture.
Yeah, you can take pictures. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just holding it, kissing it.
They're super fans, Alan.
Okay.
Put in time.
You know what?
effort.
No. Let's just say it like this. When you're a celebrity, that's the type of stuff you get to do.
True.
Okay.
True.
See, the thing that kills me, and I appreciate that Ben Stiller admitted this, but they don't pay for the tickets.
Yeah, Ben said he doesn't.
Yeah, so
Of
they're
course
giving
he doesn't.
to me. That gets me.
Of course he doesn't.
Right. Who else gets a ring? You have a list of Knicks?
Yeah, it sounds like
Unlikely
Spike
Knicks to
and Ben and Timothy are all getting rings.
They should.
But Dante can't get a ring?
No.
Who?
You know who else I saw? I saw
Jay
somebody
wasn't
say
here. That was Ramsey was here for Jay.
Yeah.
When you went into your Dante DiVincenzo
right.
should get
But
a ring.
I saw a lot of people say, hey, man, hey, Julius Randle.
No,
hold on. I didn't even say anything yet.
But it's a no.
No. Hey, Julius, you're not here today, but you laid the groundwork, dude. You laid the groundwork. And I thought that was beautifully said. And if him and Dante, if they want to send them some replicas or something.
Replicas, okay.
If I'm Julius Randle, why would I want a ring that I didn't earn while I'm still playing? I'm not Pat Ewing. I'm not John Starks. I'm not.
Yeah, so they all going to get rings?
Patrick
They
Ewing should get a
should.
ring.
Should Barry have gotten a ring?
Oh, Bonds?
Yeah.
You best believe they should
In
have sent him a
2010?
ring.
Sure.
They should have sent him one.
So now.
Thank you for your service,
So
sir.
guys that played 20 years ago can get a ring, but Dante can't get a ring.
We're not talking about Charles Smith. We're talking about Patrick Ewing.
Okay.
Alan's got his list of unlikely Knicks that are getting rings. Also, when we come back, look at the teams that will define the NBA summer. That's coming up next on Sactown Sports, so go away.
The X Games are coming to Sacramento. Join Kayla Anderson at Sactown Sports 1140 at Cal Expo from June 26th through the 28th to watch the top action sports athletes in the world go head-to-head with 3 days of high-octane competition, BMX, skateboarding, and Moto X, plus live music from global electronic music icon Cascade, Grammy-winning producer Artist Mustard, and DJ Subtronics. Get your tickets today at xgames.com. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Make this summer all about you. Join Stretch Zone for your summer self-care challenge, helping you prioritize you. Free fitness clubs, recovery sessions, relaxation events, plus at-home challenges you can do anywhere, anytime. Whether you're dealing with everyday aches, stiffnesses from the office, or just want to move and feel better, this challenge was made for you. And the best part, you could win 60 days of free stretches. Sign up today at norcal-stretch.com. Do it for you. Do it today at norcal-stretch.com.
Kick summer off right when you save up to $9,500 off MSRP on new 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo Altitudes. You won't find a better looking, more powerful, and comfortable Jeep on the road. Your new Jeep is waiting at HobletDodge.com. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$9,500 total net savings on select new 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo Altitude after $5,500 factory incentive and $4,000 dealer discount. Incentives include $1,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance with eligible trade-in and $2,000 make this the summer event retail cash. 3 of this net savings. Sample VIN 243062. See dealer for details.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment.
Visit mintmobile.com/radio.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
This is the sound of Claire, cooking dinner at home. And that's the sound of a fraud alert from Wells Fargo, flagging a charge for a pricey restaurant in Paris. Considering Claire isn't in Paris right now, that seemed odd. To the bank and to Claire. 2 taps later, Claire says nope to the charge, and Wells Fargo is on the case. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
Sacramento's best selection, best quality, and lowest prices on kitchen and bath products are at the new Anova Cabinet and Stone. For a limited time, get stunning new quartz countertops starting at just $159. That's right, only $159 for gorgeous quartz countertops. Listen to this. For a limited time, cabinets for kitchens and bathrooms are up to 50% off. Yes, up to 50% off new cabinets. It's a must-see, the new Anova Cabinet and Stone at Florin Road and Highway 99. Learn more at AnovaCabinetStone.com.
And we're live from the living room as Doug eyes up the matchday spread. He's reaching for the Buffalo wing. Perfect! Hang on, what's this? Oh, he's gone for a can of Pepsi too! Incredible! What a finish! Sensational combination! Look at the delight on his face. There's no doubt about it. It just tastes better. Match days deserve Pepsi. Food deserves Pepsi. Grab a pack of Pepsi Zero Sugar for today's match. It's poetry in motion.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy. Pretty much hands off, They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief. The best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922. Optima Tax Relief. Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Live and local, it's The Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sactown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sactown Sports app.
Hey, just about 5 o'clock, which means we're officially in the home stretch. Time to hook you up, courtesy of Stretch Zone. You can work out, you can eat right, but if you're not stretching, your muscles can't reach their full potential, Alan.
My hammy.
You're no stranger to stretching. So use the same techniques the pros use. Get your body right. Stretch Zone just released an industry-first research study published in a medical journal. 85% of participants improved their range of motion. 78% saw a reduction in pain. And you can too. Call her what number, Alan?
5.
Caller 5 right now is going to win a free 30-minute Stretch Zone session. Practitioner-assisted stretching, 101, totally free. Stretch Zone. Feel the Stretch Zone effect. Sign up for the free self-care challenge at norcalstretch.com. That's caller 5 right now, 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. We are in the home stretch. Alan is really stretching it by suggesting that Dante DiVincenzo should get a ring from the Knicks. And he just won't. It's like a dog, your dog, hey, drop that, you walking your dog picks something up that you don't want it to have, you're not even sure what it is. Drop it. They won't. Alan will not drop this notion, this ridiculous notion.
Funny you said that on the You Better You Bet show. Coach Jay Wright was on it, and he was asked, his thoughts on Donte DiVincenzo not being able to win a championship with the Knicks and his Villanova teammates. And Coach Jay Wright said, I texted Donte immediately after the game that you set the foundation for what this team is today.
Fine. No ring, but.
You set the foundation.
What that mean?
You set
I feel
the foundation.
sorry for you, in other words.
Yep.
You deserve one.
Because we all know he
Apologies, you don't
deserves
get
one. Yeah. We all know he deserves. I'm glad you said it like that, Jay. We all know he deserves one. And they'll probably give him one.
No, they will not. And if he has any self-respect whatsoever, he wouldn't take it if they did.
Definitely not going to accept it, Whitey.
I did not earn that ring. I do not
He
want
deserves it more than Kevin McCullough Jr.
These are the guys that are getting rings?
Two-way Kevin McCullough Jr.
Uh-huh.
Jeremy Sohan.
Sohan did well for himself.
Trey Jameson.
Uh-huh.
Dylan Jones. Ariel Hockporty. Okay, who else?
How about Pacome?
Pacome Diate?
Dadier. Yeah.
Him too. Who else? I know Tyler Kolek did play a decent bit. That's probably where it ends.
Yeah.
For the randomness.
They were on the team. If you're on the team, you get a ring.
Okay, they waived in
Purdy and Sohan got some finals minutes.
Yeah,
they waived.
He played in the finals for the winning team.
They waived Tosan Evbu Wolfman.
I'm sorry.
Say that one more time, Woo.
That was a struggle.
Yeah,
I hope you stretched before you tried to say that.
No, did they?
Enter the stretch zone, baby.
And he tried to pull it off, but then he had to look at you, Jay, like, I don't know.
Dalen Terry.
Very difficult name.
Yeah.
Dalen Terry.
Sure, we know Dalen Terry.
Okay, they traded for him when they got Alvarado, but his name, Tosan Ewoma.
Might have to look him up.
It's right there. Tosan Ewoma. And he was on the Hornets.
Alan's
whatever.
trying that thing we all try. If you're not sure how to pronounce a name from another country, you say it with an accent. Thinking that
yeah, he did.
I got it here from Basketball Reference. Apparently the N is silent. Okay, he's from the UK.
Oh, okay.
All right. So I'm just saying, Donte need one.
Yeah. Well, he ain't going to get one this year.
Because he's 2.5 years too early.
They give rings to people that work in the arena.
As they should. Why shouldn't they?
I'm not saying they shouldn't.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying just, what's one more? For somebody that laid the groundwork.
You know Donte DiVincenzo wouldn't take a ring.
Yeah.
No, you still offer.
I don't know why.
At their next Villanova party.
That would mean you'd have to give a ring to everybody who's been on the roster.
No.
Yes.
No.
Why
But
is
that's
he special?
But that's why I don't.
Because
now
you
I
feel
get
sorry for him.
Now I get that you guys don't get it. Now I understand it because it's not like that. It's specific situations. What Donte did
2.5 years ago.
What did he do?
Lose.
Lay the groundwork.
In what form?
Playoff basketball in New York.
So
they haven't seen that since.
So everybody who played in the playoffs for the Knicks.
2.5 years then.
No. Whitey, you know what I mean.
I'm not sure. I do, sir.
Okay. Well, don't give it to him then.
Okay.
Don't give it to him. Donte, you get a ring from me. That's just like your Hall of Fame in my book, Coach.
All right. So you kind of stretched there and you might have pulled something. Tell me if this is a stretch. You were looking at your 9-1 Knicks and saying, look, the Kings going forward, they in some ways resemble this team, this Knicks team that went on to win championship, of course. I think in some ways this Knicks team in some ways resembles the Mike Brown had when he was here. Now, this team is way better, this Knicks team, don't get me wrong. But you didn't have, on the Kings, you had nobody who was a top 10 player. You had two really pretty good players, and you had some other players coming into their own who made shots. And, the Knicks right now, they have Brunson, who's like 12th best in league according to the Ringer, Cat 29th, and yet they won a championship. I just think there were some similarities there. Again, this team's way better than the Kings were when they were a 48-game winner. But I do think in terms of the way the roster is constructed and depending on the many rather than the few, I see some similarities there. Mike Brown's a perfect coach for this team.
Thank you.
Thank you?
Thank you.
Me?
The 9-1 Knicks. It was always there.
Yeah.
But essentially, you're saying Mike Brown got a better version to implement his system.
Yes.
Yeah. And I know...
And he kind of fell into it because this roster was pretty much already put together before he became the coach. So it had to be like, who do we got? Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I think the interesting thing, too, is when you look back on some of the players, the fact that they were able to get it done, we saw it work. Well, we saw it work in Sacramento off a lot of players' career seasons. The Knicks won a championship. They didn't necessarily have a bunch of players with career seasons, but they're just better players than who was on the Kings. I don't know. I think it's definitely a system that's going to have you in the playoffs every single season. And that's really all you could ask for. When it comes to winning a championship, a ton of things have to go right, Whitey, because, we talked about the fact that everyone said the Celtics are going to run the league for years, and the Thunder are going to run the league for years, and now the Spurs are going to run the league for years. And
it's funny, nobody is saying the Knicks are going to run.
No, they're not.
Because, again, though, of the way the team's put together.
Right. They're not. And, it's almost – I know Jalen Brunson is better than this player that I'm about to say as far as the leader. It's almost like the Seahawks in a way. Like Jalen Brunson is better than Sam Darnold. But Sam Darnold won a Super Bowl, and he didn't win Super Bowl MVP. But honestly, it's happened the last couple seasons, Whitey. Sam Darnold, Jalen Hurts, they're just certain guys where it doesn't really matter. Jalen Hurts won Super Bowl MVP, and nobody cared.
It flies in the face of that notion that you've got to have a franchise quarterback.
Yeah.
Just as the Knicks championship flies in the face of the notion that you've got to have at least one transcendent superstar.
Yeah.
One of the top 8 players in the league to win a championship.
Yes. Yeah, and you don't have a chance. Well, and initially when the Knicks traded for Mikal Bridges, that was the conversation. Is this the first role player super team? Which, of course, is a bit disrespectful to Jalen Brunson. But it's the idea that if you have a super solid team with a really good player, you're going to be in the mix and have a couple things break your way. Celtics not healthy. That's just the reality of it. Thunder not healthy. That's just the reality. You can win a championship. And we said the same thing that nobody thought the Pacers were going to be in the finals either. So we've seen this happen a couple times now. So I think it turns a conversation into if you build it, you will at least compete.
Yeah.
Right? It's not to say you're going to win the whole thing, but if you create a cohesive team, you're going to give yourself a shot.
Chauncey Billups, that Pistons team, Chauncey Billups, Rip Hamilton, Rasheed Wallace, people said, they don't have a superstar. I think they were better than people gave them credit for.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they weren't as flashy like, we think of superstars as being, but they were better than people gave them credit for. This Knicks team, okay, maybe they don't have a top 10 player. Jalen Brunson does all the important things that any superstar will do for you.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the reputation, but all the stuff that you need a superstar to do for you in the biggest moments of the game, he'll take care of it for you.
Yep.
The stuff that matters, he does it.
And he did it over and over and over again.
Yeah.
What else can you ask
And
for?
the Spurs did the exact opposite repeatedly.
I'll say this. It's interesting you say that, Whitey, because I always say this. When you take a look back at that Pistons team, they have 2 Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And a borderline probably 1 or 2 more. But Ben Wallace is there and Chauncey's in there.
Mm-hmm.
So you look at it, it's like maybe they didn't have superstars, but they sure had some Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah. Which is more important, really.
Yeah. And a Hall of Fame coach.
Mm-hmm.
Who's to say,
Yeah. Do the Knicks have a Hall of Fame coach, Alan Stiles?
In my opinion, yes.
Ooh.
That put him in?
I think so. I mean, look at what he did, man.
Like I said, Jay, you know this. If you win 300 games as a pitcher, Hall of Fame, no debate. If you hit 700 home runs, Hall of Fame, no debate. If you're a basketball coach, you took the Sacramento Kings to the postseason. Right this way.
Go blood, man.
Right this way.
Is it harder? By the numbers, is it harder to win a championship or to take the Kings to the playoffs?
What you said is 100% accurate.
By the numbers, honestly, it's probably closer than you think. If you look at the percentages.
I'm not pushing back on you.
Yeah, and he did both.
I know.
Yeah.
And the Cavs, too, even though they had LBJ. But
and remember,
Cavs
he was just the associate head coach with the Warriors. But remember when Steve Kerr was out?
Right.
They won almost all their games.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wasn't that Luke Walton?
I think they
Luke Walton.
both did. Luke
Yeah,
Walton
they both did.
Yeah.
I think Mike did it in 22 when Steve Kerr had COVID or something.
Yeah, he was
But
sick.
you're right. Luke Walton's the one that got him off to the 40-1 or whatever.
Yeah.
And they got the job here.
Well, I was going to say that re-kick-started his job.
Yeah.
Hey, just like Russ said, hey, Pat Bev tricked y'all, man. He just be running around doing stuff. Yeah, y'all got tricked all right.
What do you think of this? This is, according to ESPN, the 10 teams that will define the NBA summer, Alan. Please stop me, correct me, debate, rejoice, whatever you want to do. 10, Boston Celtics.
Okay.
9, in no particular order. Cleveland Cavaliers. Potential free agency of James Harden. Extension talks with Donovan Mitchell.
No.
Denver Nuggets.
Yes.
Pivotal offseason for them. Detroit Pistons.
No.
Clippers. Los Angeles Clippers. I think a lot of that hinges on what the league decides to do with them.
Yeah,
And
I
we
would
all
say
know
yes.
the league's going to go, oh, no, they were victims. They didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm.
If anything, they're going to crack down on Kawhi Leonard, but not the owner of the team.
No. And, Adam
He was a victim.
just got his New York championship. Yeah, stay out of his way, man.
Mm-hmm. Los Angeles Lakers, one of the 10 teams that will define the NBA. So,
Sure.
By the way, the Kings are not on the list. Just so
Yeah.
you know. Kings are not on this list.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, is LeBron going to stay? Your friend Bill Simmons said, if I'm not mistaken, he said he would bet his life that LeBron will go to the Warriors.
Really?
I believe I saw. I have to double check on that.
I know he was talking about the Celtics and Giannis. That's what I saw, but it'll be fun. I'm down. I'm definitely down.
Despite the Nets and Bulls being the only teams with projected room, the Lakers need to be careful about drawing the line in negotiations with Austin Reeves, potential max contract with him. Miami Heat. Here we go. Huh? Giannis wants to go to the Heat.
Just by default. Just because of the Giannis stuff.
It really looks, the more I look into it, it looks like maybe Milwaukee doesn't want to trade Giannis. And they love all this talk, and we're going to do this and that, but yeah, we're going to keep him.
Didn't somebody say, no, it's over? There's 0% chance that he will be on
I
the
hadn't
Bucks.
seen that.
This was a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. And then we have the Milwaukee Bucks, of course. We have the Minnesota Timberwolves. They have only 2 tradable firsts, but a strong group of win-now players around Anthony Edwards, including Jaden McDaniels, Rudy Gobert, Julius Randle, Naz Reid. Dante DiVincenzo is on an expiring contract. Bring him in, Scott Perry.
Hey, yeah, I guess Dante, a lot of Kings fans aren't huge fans of Dante.
And the last team on this list, how did they end up on this list? The Oklahoma City Thunder.
That's a just-in-case type deal. But I would keep an eye on some of the players out there.
The Thunder are projected to be $40 million or so over the second apron. How much they do pay will depend on a variety of factors. They could move on from Isaiah Joe, $11.3 million. Aaron Wiggins, $9.2 million. Isaiah Hartenstein, $28.5 million. Luguentz Dort, $17.7 million. Kenrich Williams, $7.1 million. Also have team options that have to be decided. I've heard a lot of people, or I should say I've seen on social media, a lot of Kings fans say, ooh, Lou Dort, let's bring him here. Alan doesn't do anything for me. What do you think?
To do what?
I don't know.
To do what? Why? Why would the Kings want Lou Dort?
I agree with you.
And I get it. It's a little bit different because the tanking is done.
Plus, there's no way you can get him here. It's $17.7 million.
I just think people need to pay attention to what these dudes are doing on specific teams. Like Lou Dort on the Thunder, it ain't hitting the same as Lou Dort on the Kings.
Right.
How he shoots, everything is not going to translate the same way. I get it. Defense, you get a dog. I feel you. But why are we talking about Lou Dort? Let's talk about Jalen Williams. There's some, that big three, he didn't play a lot. The kind of push-pull between, not necessarily between him and Shea, but, what decisions they're going to make because they're up against the apron with Chet. Obviously, they'd love to keep all three. But let's talk about that. Well, what y'all doing talking about Lou Dort? Who do you think you are? The Kings are not in position to talk about Lou Dort.
Lou Dort would be a guy that, we're close. We could win a championship maybe.
Yeah.
Kind of like Caruso was for the Thunder.
Yes.
Yeah.
That we need to think bigger. We need to dream big. That's what your mom said. Dream big. Do not call in talking about no Lou Dort. Don't call in talking about Lou Dort. Talk to me about Jalen Williams. Talk to me about Chet. Lou Dort. To do what?
I'm with you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. I'd seen his name being thrown around. I didn't understand that either.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Lou Dort? That's what we're doing. That's how we're going to spend the summer? Talking about Lou Dort?
That's not how I'm spending my summer.
I sound like Jay now. What are we talking about?
It sounds like Whitey's starting to dive into the same articles that you've been reading over the last couple of years. You need to stay off his sites, Whitey.
Look, man. But if I'm going to go crazy, I'm going to go crazy. I ain't going crazy over no Lou Dort. Now watch him come here. People are going to play this forever.
Is there anybody other than a draft pick that you'd like to see the Kings pursue?
They got to be under 25. Lou Dort's 27. Mm-hmm. And I'm talking about taking an upside swing. Okay. AJ Mitchell, guys like that. Not Lou Dort. Not a role player. How do you have a role? How do you want a role player with a team with no roles?
Again, it's that delusion that you got some things percolating here. You bring, Jay's right. We're talking too much about Lou Dort. Do you think that the Spurs, are they one of those teams? They're going to be, they'll be back. You think that's right? Oh, they're young. They'll be back to the finals. Or are they going to be, as you said on the crossover, the Dan Marinos of the NBA? Don't know what happened. They had everything going for them, and then they just never made it back.
I think it's just too easy to say, oh, yeah, they're going to be back time and time again. There's no way to deny it.
Wemby says losing in the finals was the biggest lesson of my life, which means all those monks are going,
he's still.
I thought we taught him the biggest lessons of his life. Okay. Whatever.
Yeah, see, and I told him stop with that. Stop. Go see Brickley at the Summit Gym in Brooklyn. That's what you need to be doing. Enough with the monks. Or shorten the trip. Like the jig is up. The jig is up. Enough with the shtick. Enough with the shenanigans.
Just work on your post game. That doesn't mean you have to stop everything else you're doing.
No, you know what it reminds me of, guys?
If you get on the block and get the ball in the block and you've got a hook shot or something, it is literally unstoppable.
You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me, and here's a throwback for all my old school, all my old school MTV viewers. Okay.
Wow.
Pimp My Ride. Wemby is like Pimp My Ride. It'd be Exhibit, and a car would come in, and it's a jacked up car. All they need is a paint job, new engine. Exhibit, I heard you like fishes, so we put an aquarium in your trunk. No, Wemby, just work on a hook shot. We don't need you to hang out with the monks. We don't need you to do this stuff. Just get a hook shot.
Or just even, Jay, I'm talking about a drop step jump shot off the glass,
Yeah.
Sometimes it seems like, no, I don't do that stuff. I'm beyond all that.
Aim has changed.
I'm going to shoot a all the way 3.
We heard you're in nursing school. So we put a bed in your trunk. What? What am I supposed to do with this?
Did you ever see a show, it may still be on, I don't know that it is, called Tanked?
Yeah, that was the crazy fish tanks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gilbert Arenas was on that one. And they put this crazy tank in there, and I think he wanted sharks in there, and I think he got it. Yeah.
Hey, man. Jay, you watch Pimp My Ride?
Yeah, of course.
Come on, man. That's Wemby. I just need a new engine, paint job, new rims. That's all. Mm-hmm. That's all I need. I don't need a fish tank.
Yeah.
I don't need any of that.
If I were a big Spurs fan, I'd say, come on, Wemby needs more help than he got this year. Because you had the young guys who are probably going to be really good, but they're not yet. Dylan Harper played great. De'Aaron did not play the way he needed to play, and even if he had, that front court is not going to, overly impress you. Wemby needs more help if they're serious about winning a championship.
Well, the only thing you could wait for is what the Thunder have done, and you just assume that Castle and Harper will be those guys next season. Mm-hmm. Here's the tough part, Whitey. That's fine what you're saying, but you don't want to make the Rockets mistake either. And we'll see what the Rockets do this upcoming season, but you put yourself in a tough spot when you might end up taking 2 steps backwards by trying to take just 1 step forward.
But here's the thing. In the NBA, we know wings is the things. Mm-hmm. And the Spurs wings they're smallish wings. They're more like, that guy should be more of a big guard, Devin Vassell. I love Devin Vassell, but we got to play him at forward. Champagnie and Devin Vassell is your front court on a championship team. That's the area they need to address. They need legitimate wings with size and ability. They've got good players, but that roster is, other than the guy who's 9 feet tall, they're a little on the small side.
A lot of people think Carter Bryant is going to be good.
Okay.
But, yeah, I see what you're saying. You have a player in mind?
I do not.
I think that's the difference, too, when you're not looking for...
How tall is Lou Dort?
Enough! When you're not looking for the guy or that closer type deal, it does make it easier. I think that was the problem with the Rockets. They were kind of looking for arguably the most important piece, and that maybe mess up their situation. Yeah.
Maybe the Spurs do make the Rockets mistake, as you call it, and try to bring the Greek Freak.
Don't worry.
The River Walk.
Don't worry, guys. I'm on hotcars.com. The 20 strangest things Pimp My Ride put in their cars.
Will we share that with us? Yes. Okay, we have that coming up. Also, what's cooking next on Sactown Sports?
Once again, the bright lights of New York are calling, and Alan Stiles is ready to answer.
I'm talking to my guy Michael Scotto, and I want to chop cheese. And, if I get my coffee, then I go down to Bodega. I say I need a bagel with lox. Let me get some lox.
So, how about those Knicks?
Hey, you see Brunson last night? Forget about it. Hey, OG Anunoby, where'd he come from? I don't know, B.
I'm in a New York state of mind.
Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Whoa, what's all this? These screens, the food?
All for the game, bro.
Dude, let us pitch in.
No need. I've got it all covered. With T-Mobile, I'm saving $1,000 bundling my wireless and internet.
No way. Really?
Yep, and the price of my plan won't change for 5 years.
Wow, I'm definitely switching to T-Mobile.
Goal!
Here's to score big with T-Mobile. Families save up to $1,000 a year when they bundle fast, easy to set up, all-in 5G home internet with 4 phone lines on Experience Beyond. And your plan price? Guaranteed for 5 years. Stay connected con tu gente and catch every match with T-Mobile. Join now at T-Mobile.com. Price guarantee on talk, tax, and data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. Savings based on third line free via monthly bill credits. Internet discount with $15 in monthly bill credits and auto-pay discount. Qualifying credit required. Credits may take up to 2 bill cycles and will stop if you cancel any lines or change plans.
Today on the pod, we're talking to Megan, trapeze artist and scratchers enthusiast. So, Megan, what do you like about playing scratchers?
Well, they're easy to play when I'm hanging around.
Oh, okay. Like when you're relaxing?
No, like when I'm hanging on the trapeze. I swing upside down, then do a quadruple somersault, all while playing scratchers. Watch this. Ta-da!
Unbelievable.
I know, right?
Scratchers from the California Lottery. A little play can make your day. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 years or older to purchase player claim.
At Big O, when tire trouble is what you're focused on, our team of experts say, bring it on.
Now through July 5th, come into our Tread White and Blue sale and get $100 in instant savings on 4 select in-stock Nitto, Toyo, and Cooper brand tires with installation purchase. Plus, get our Fuel Economy Saver package with any purchase, along with a fuel system treatment free. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation required. Disposal fees and shop fees extra were permitted. See store for pricing. A full tank of gas is required to properly perform the fuel system treatment at the store. Eligibility may vary. Not valid with other offers.
Get ready for the Expo sale at Cresco Restaurant Equipment, June 17th through 20th. For 4 days only, save big on everything you need for your food service operation. Shop huge discounts on refrigeration, ice machines, gas cooking equipment, indoor and outdoor furniture, commercial cooking tools, glassware, tableware, and much more. Plus, meet factory reps and enter for giveaways. It's all happening at Cresco Restaurant Equipment, 951 Richards Boulevard. Everything is on sale. Don't miss the best savings opportunity of the year.
Don't miss out on the biggest action sports event happening in Sacramento this June. Tickets are now live for MoonPay X Games Sacramento 2026. See nearly 100 of the world's best skate, BMX, and Moto X athletes compete at Cal Expo June 26th through 28th. Music performances featuring electronic music icon Cascade on Friday, June 26th, and Grammy-winning producer and artist Mustard, and music producer DJ Subtronics on Saturday, June 27th. Score your tickets today at xgames.com.
Hi, this is Adam Johnson, owner of Golf Fitness Solutions. Most golfers practice their swing, but ignore the body swing in the club. We help golfers move better, get stronger, reduce pain, build power, and play longer. Join us for a free trial week and see how golf-specific training can help you support your body and your game. Try a class, meet the team, and find a right program for your goals. Call 916-802-5175 or visit golffitnesssolutions.com. Golf Fitness Solutions. Move better, feel better, play better.
Order up, Sacramento.
And for you, sir?
I will have the gabagool. The dinner bell rang, and it's time to find out what's on the menu.
Lunch? Oh, you gotta be kidding. Lunch is for whips.
So fire up the grill and crank up the burners, because it's time to find out what's cooking on the Drive Guys.
Give me all the bacon and eggs you have. Do you understand?
Here's Whitey Gleason and Alan Stiles.
I'll have what she's having.
Here's the hors d'oeuvre. We have this from an NBA scout, a Western Conference scout told ESPN on Acuff. I think Acuff can open up some eyes in the NBA. Brunson has kind of brought back the smaller scoring, tough physical point guard that can lead a team. And Acuff has some of those traits. He might even have a little more, end quote.
Yeah, what are we doing?
Whoa!
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means, but
I don't know.
Yeah.
And somehow this is, you win a championship, you win finals MVP, and somehow dudes that haven't even played in the league yet are getting more, I guess, more pub than you. If
yeah.
You're Brunson. Insane.
Man, Brunson has kind of brought back the smaller scoring, tough physical point guard that can lead a team. Acuff has some of those traits. He might even have a little more.
I don't even, guys.
He worked out in Sacramento last week.
Is it even about the size and the type of player you are? Because another guy that we always bring up, and I know he's still somewhat young, but there's just something, it's deeper than just the size. Because to me, I look at Darius Garland and I just don't see him, even though, yeah, same thing, smaller guard, drafted way higher than Jalen Brunson, but I just don't see him carrying a team like Brunson. So to me, they're both smaller guards, but
Acuff played a style that's more similar to Brunson.
I agree with you.
College.
I agree with you.
And Garland's a good player. He's
right.
a really good player.
I agree with you. So I don't know. I can't even speak on any of this, and nobody should be speaking on any of this until ... He plays in the NBA. Can we get to Summer League? Can we see him cook in Summer League
League draft
before?
first just 1 week from tomorrow.
Finally.
Yeah.
Finally.
Jay, what's your gut tell you at 6? Are the Nets going to take Acuff?
No.
Ooh, okay.
That's because they're taking Nate. Amen.
I think they're taking Michael Brown if he's there.
Wow. Okay. What if
I think Brown goes 5 or 6.
Yeah. Brown goes 5, 6. The wild card Nets.
No clue.
I don't know.
No clue. So who you have going 5? Wagler?
Based on what we've heard and the people we've had on, I'm with Jay on Brown, I think.
5?
Yeah.
So no clue who the Nets are going to...
I can't Yeah, I can't decipher. I could just take a guess. But, yeah, they've done a really good job of throwing at least me, for what that's worth, off their scent.
I think there are going to be some trades. Obviously, it's not going to be till that night.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there are going to be some hardcore.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I will say this, fellas. I think OKC is in the mix to mess something up. I just don't see them. When you read that, Whitey, I didn't know they were that much over the second apron. I knew they were around the second apron, but I just don't think Hartenstein is going to be there.
I remember talking with you when they signed, it seemed like they signed Jalen Williams and Chet and somebody else like in short succession. Remember we were talking like, how can they afford all these guys?
People.
Well, now it's going to be hard for them too.
Yeah. And I mean, Hartenstein to me is the easiest one. That's why I keep pointing at him. And he's around $28 million or whatever. You got Chet there, but I think now you need someone to replace their double big, lineup. So I could see them jumping in and saying, "Look, Nets, you guys don't really know what you want, or maybe the Clippers. Who knows? We want Mara. Take these 2 picks." And we're good to go. And that I think that'll kind of throw a wrench into what happens with the draft.
But if the Thunder are the team that moves up, if they jump past the Kings, that's probably good because the Thunder ain't going to pick Acuff.
Yeah. We've talked to so many.
Well, it might work out for them.
Yeah. And our kind of draft, explosion is going to continue here as we get closer to the draft. And we have so many people we're going to talk.
Calling it, Jay, a draft explosion?
I mean, I'm riding with it. I didn't know we had discussed this, but yeah, go ahead, brother.
Draft-a-palooza, whatever, as we get closer. But we were talking to someone, and I can't remember who, and it made the most sense. And literally the conversation was, all I know is this. 4 guards are not going in a row, right? 4 point guards are not going in a row.
And why wouldn't they?
It's just not going to happen. And I agree. I just think something is going to blow it up, whether it's a trade or whatever. But I agree with that. It's just hard for me to believe that in this day and age, 4 guards are going to go in a row.
I'm not predicting it, but I don't see why it wouldn't, given what we think we know about.
It's a wing-driven league.
Uh-huh.
Big man's coming back. Well, they need the Wemby stopper.
Wagler's like 6'6", right?
Yeah. And they called Braden, sometimes they called Braden Burries a wing, I saw somewhere.
Yeah.
But I'll double down for your burger. Make it a double. Supersize me. That 4 guards will not go in a row.
I don't see why it wouldn't. I know that's one of those things when you hear it, you go, oh, yeah, that'll never happen. Well, in this draft, why not? Why not?
It's the run of wide receivers.
Yeah.
Nah. Run of tight ends.
Nah. I got cheese on it.
Okay.
I got some cheddar. Sharp.
So Acuff intrigue is the entree here, the hors d'oeuvre. Not the entree, the hors d'oeuvre for what's cooking. The entree is Alan on Pimp My Ride. Did you know that they brought back a version of it?
No.
In 2024?
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, Lord.
2024, Pimp My Ride co-creator Rick Hurwitz brought a retooled version of the show to Netflix, now titled Resurrected Rides.
No wonder I didn't hear about it. No wonder.
A team of mechanics and customizers from several different California area auto shops working on the cars. Resurrected Rides.
Wow. Here we go, guys.
Yeah.
We were introduced to aspiring nurse Therese and her brown 1984 Ford LTD Crown Victoria station wagon in season 6 of Pimp My Ride. She made several remarks relating to the family truckster, which led viewers to believe that she was a big fan of National Lampoon's vacation movies. And what did they give her? Because she was an aspiring nurse, we're going to put a CAT scan in your car.
We need it.
A cat. And look, they got someone in the CAT scan.
Why would I need that? Dude.
What else? They also put...
You ever have one of those done? You okay with those?
I've done once or twice.
Some people get...
Yeah, I don't love it. I was
knocked out in that thing.
Yeah. A lot of words could be used to describe Danielle's 1981 Pontiac Trans Am when it arrived at West Coast Customs, but classy wasn't one of them, and she was a classy person. So, guys, they put a chandelier in her car.
I remember the chandelier.
They also put someone in their RAV4 who loved chocolate. They put a chocolate fountain in the car.
I remember that.
Nice.
Someone was really big into art, fellas, and the 1957 Chevy panel truck. So they put the Sistine Chapel roof, a painting of the Sistine Chapel.
A badminton player had a badminton net installed in the back of his Dodge Caravan.
I don't remember that.
And a surfer got a clothes dryer in the back of his Volkswagen Type 2.
The fish tank in the back of the car. There was also a fireplace in the back of the car.
I remember that.
And my personal favorite, and we'll end it here, and the picture of Exhibit just staring at this guy just got me, but they put a hot tub in the back of someone's car. 1985 Ford Econoline. Crazy. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Am I right? That was on for 6 years?
Oh, incredible.
Feels like longer.
They put a tube message delivery so it can go to the back of the car. A terrarium. It's just incredible. Great stuff. Good times, man. Good times.
You got to give, what is it? Resurrect My Right or whatever. You got to give that a try, Alan.
I don't. I'm not going to.
Is it still on, White?
There's no way.
I don't know. They brought it back in 2024. I guess maybe it's still not. I'll have to check if it's still on.
There's no way.
You're going to love it, Al. You're going to love it.
I'll take someone's word for it.
Mm-hmm.
Is Exhibit? Yeah. No thanks.
All right, we'll come back, take a look at, hey, the A's are back. Home? ? Asterisk? Next, Sactown Sports.
The top young talent in the NBA is headed to Sacramento this summer for the 8th annual California Classic presented by Ticketmaster. The Kings will host the Milwaukee Bucks, Brooklyn Nets, and Golden State Warriors in a preseason showcase that's sure to bring more fireworks to your 4th of July weekend. 3-day general admission passes for July 4th, 5th, and 6th are available now. Visit kings.com/California Classic for details.
Your exclusive home for Kings basketball.
Sactown Sports 1140.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it.
Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of Essentials Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown 411 16th Street and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action, but please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave.
What's up? It's Matt George.
What's good? It's Alan Stiles.
With the most trusted voices in the community.
This is Jason Ross.
Hey, it's Kayla Anderson.
It's Whitey Gleason.
Ready to help promote your business, both as partners and customers. All you have to do is ask. Pick up the phone, dial pound 250 and say, grow my business to get connected with a team member today. That's pound 250 and say, grow my business. Our team will review your product, quickly pair you with a perfect endorser, and create video and audio samples all at no cost or obligation to you.
With the most live and local on-air lineup, a dynamic content-driven website, and a state-of-the-art mobile app, Sactown Sports 1140 is tailor-made to help you connect with a sports audience in Sacramento.
So why wait? Dial pound 250 today. Say, grow my business, and let us help take you to the next level. Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles on Sactown Sports 1140.
A's are back home tonight against the Pirates. Before we look at that, I have a couple of things to update John Jay when it comes to Pimp My Ride. First of all, Resurrected Rides 2024 Netflix. You're right. It's just, I guess, one season. It's no longer on the air. But Pimp My Ride. Claims of deception by participants. Several participants who appeared on seasons 4 and 6 of Pimp My Ride later stated that elements of the show were either exaggerated or faked, Alan. The houses where Exhibit would surprise contestants with the news they were selected were often rented by MTV. The initial poor condition of some of the vehicles was staged to look worse, including the removal of paint, trash in the interior, and bumpers loosened to the point of falling off. Some features added during filming were removed immediately afterwards due to potential issues with local and state traffic laws, and the participants noted that multiple takes were needed to film their reactions during the final reveal. Some were coached to express more amazement and enthusiasm between takes. The overall overhaul process, which appeared on the show to last, a few days, a few weeks?
I think a few weeks.
6 to 7 months, in actuality.
To do the cars?
6 to 7 months. And the show's participants, had to find their own transportation while their cars were being upgraded with no support from the network.
I told you that thing was bad business.
That is insane.
No car for 7 months. Well, you're on your own. In addition, the modifications made to the cars were often purely cosmetic, and any problems with how the car ran, wheel alignment, engine, transmission, was still up to the participants to fix.
Wow. Got a hot tub, but I have bald tires.
Exhibit explains about how he was the target of backlash on social media over his involvement in the show with an interview he did Hip Hop DX. He said, I was the host. I had no input in any of the vehicle modification or anything, and people were angry that he was involved in that show.
Well, only certain people knew about it because, I don't know anybody that is mad at Exhibit for doing the show. I certainly wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Bad.
Terrible.
That is bad business, Jay.
I told you, man, those cars were falling apart. People were talking bad about them. I had a conversation with Exhibit on another show years ago, and he was talking about it a little bit, and he was just like, you know what, man? Don't kill the messenger, right? Like,
exactly.
It's the same situation. It's kind of, I think you just came out with the whole point of is, hey, if I'm, you used it with Wemby, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just here getting paid.
Yeah,
You know, don't, like, right now, don't talk bad about the Monks. It ain't the Monks' fault.
Right. Right. Yeah.
So, you know.
It was crazy.
It was a time, though. For people like our age, it definitely was something we paid attention and watched.
There was some show that was on ABC in the summers, and I think that Ty Pennington guy was on it, and they would do something, where they would, they'd have people come out and they'd fix their house. Like,
home makeover type stuff.
Yeah. And I remember reading they'd come in there and they'd do it like over the weekend, but nothing worked.
Right.
There's no
coming
plumbing
down,
or anything.
right.
All those shows.
They come in there, put pipes there, but they didn't do anything.
Yeah, all those shows. All for a terrarium. All to put a terrarium in the car. I remember there was a place in the financial district in San Francisco owned by some sisters, and Bar Rescue and John Taffer went out there. So that was, one of my favorite shows, and we went to it after it was done, and we asked them, hey, how was it? And basically one of the sisters said, yeah, essentially they made it feel like the show made it feel like we were arguing way more, that we couldn't, we didn't have this and that. Obviously, I guess it's show business, but yeah, all those shows, man, I'm trying to figure out how real is House Hunters. That's the next one. Because I know the one rule I know on House Hunters is if you agree to be on a show, you have to buy one of the houses. You can't just say no to them. You have to.
You have to buy something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of the ones they show you.
I'd say this, and without being negative or painting a negative connotation, my time in reality shows, they set up a lot of different things for that person, that group, that buyer, whatever you want to call it. And they kind of set up, like mines in there for you to blow up, right?
Yeah.
And so landmines, I should say, to blow up. And so there's a lot of things that organically, naturally wouldn't occur or you wouldn't do, or you would say, nah, I'm okay. But because you're on the show, I need you to go over there.
Right.
Right. So a lot of reality show is set up, but there's a lot of it once you get into that situation, for me, I've always said that's when you see the real. It's because they put you in a situation, they put you in a field of landmines. Now, let's see what happens.
Right. Yep. Stress test.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hey, this is real. You can take this to the bank. X Games at Cal Expo. You could win right now a pair of 3-day passes with music to the 3-day pair of passes with music to the X Games, Cal Expo, 26th through the 28th of June. Skateboard, BMX, Moto X competitions and demos. Admission to X Fest, the official X Games Festival Village, featuring sponsor activations, athlete meet and greets, food and more, plus access to live music performances by Cascade on Friday night and Mustard and Subtronics Saturday night. So you just be what caller right now, Alan, to win?
Call number 3.
Call it 3. 3-day passes. X Games at Cal Expo, 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Kayla's going to be out there.
I think I'm going to be out there at some point. I'm with you.
I might slide out there.
Yeah, I need to get out there.
Maybe Saturday.
Any excuse to get to Cal Expo. I'm at Cal Expo a lot during the summer.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fairs and all the stuff they got out there. It's nice to be out.
Hey, I just thought, I don't know, are you, we'll talk about it off air. I was going to say, Cal Expo just sent out some good things for the summer here. Did you get any of those emails where you can apply and all that? No?
I'm not the best at checking.
Okay, no problem. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll forward you some.
Okay, yeah.
Because it's a win-win.
I'm sure I got it.
For the Styles family.
I'm sure I got it.
Okay, boy.
Yeah, no.
Just haven't checked yet.
Yeah, I got to check. I'm going to check.
Have you checked the American League West standings lately, Alan?
No.
The A's are just a game out again. Game behind the Mariners. The A's had a chance to get over 500 yesterday, but they got slapped around pretty good by the Rockies, 23-9. But the A's are 35-36.
I was gonna say this, Whitey. This is probably the biggest, the gonna be the quietest attendance gate, right? Unless you get Skeens at some point.
Oh,
Pirates
on a Monday night
during the week, you can slide in there, fellas. Well, the berm you can get on the lawn for $13. You can get in for that's just the get-in price. You got a couple tickets right now, fellas, $17, $19. So if you're trying to see some Major League Baseball down the street, this is the week to do it.
Yeah, the A's had that real rough patch there. I remember we were talking about how, I said, hope they don't just slide off the map like they did last year. They're right there again, Alan. They just love playing in Vegas. They play well there.
That's their crew. I'm looking here, Whitey, just double checking. No Skeens, unfortunately.
Well, that cuts both ways. If you want the team to win, that's pretty good.
That's right. So get on out there. Support.
Yeah, we got more outstanding sports talk coming right up. Thanks for being with us. We're back with you tomorrow. We're the Drive Guys.